Hey everybody, Ben here from Cinder Studios, and today I've got a bonus video for you guys, but it's also really just a video for me. So every couple of months I get together with a group of friends and we all hang out and play tabletop games for like 8 hours. The beginning of my most recent night, we got together and we were looking through a game that I got for Christmas, which is a Super Mario Brothers themed game. And the thing with this game is that it's set up to be sort of like this strategy bluffing game, but I kind of find that I was kind of just going through the game a few hours before everyone got here, and I was like, this game's not really designed that well. But I kind of looked at everything, all the assets of the game, and I was like, you know what? The components are here for sort of a deck-building dungeon crawler kind of game. So if you ever played like the game Boss Monster, then this is going to seem really similar to that. So I was like, okay, I think I kind of hammered out some rules and a way to play this. So I went to my friends and I'm like, let's do a play test and see how it goes. And I found very quickly that was an inordinate mistake, because you get a bunch of like game design geeks together, and the rule is changed every single turn. So this video is a documentation of like 2 of the 3 hours that we played this game, and really it's, if you can manage to follow along between the cursing, the drinking, and the just loud, obnoxious stuff, like 6 conversations going on at once. I don't know how this is going to be, but the whole point of this video is to sort of document the progress of basically designing a game, or rather, taking a game and redesigning its gameplay factors. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys won't find this too annoying, but yeah, this is really just for my records, but I thought I'd upload it here. 1, so I can share it with my friends a lot easier and we can kind of keep working on the game, and 2, because sending probably like a 2-3 gig file to all my friends isn't super practical. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, and in advance, I'm sorry.
Plenty. Alright, good.
So
yeah, anyhow, so levels are down, flip them. Okay. Draw a card.
See, this is also a point of contention. How would one determine the order of draw? Because obviously, it kind of matters.
Yeah.
So, like, would we want to have a first player token that rotates with each round?
Or do we do it by the
like whoever has the current highest, whoever has the current lowest. Like,
if you
That would make a difference with the flip thing. So it's like, okay, then who draws, and that's an order of.
I actually really like that, because it goes back to the problem that I was saying, because right now the best strategy is put your highest down first.
Yes.
But if it's the lowest gets to draw first, you might put that down because, like, I have 1 high card, I need way more. Maybe that's an advantage.
So like, being the first to draw isn't necessarily an advantage, because we actually have no idea what's on top, right?
Yeah.
If we have
like a discard pile or something?
They're gonna maybe discard, maybe like a pool of face-up cards where it's number of players -1. And then I would get like first pick out of these, or if I don't want any of these, I could take the top card.
I like it. So you put down the number of players that are currently playing. You have those face up. Those are the draw pile.
Yeah.
And you do that so it's like, yeah, no, I like that.
That way you have strategic options, and like what you're playing affects the next round.
Like maybe your starting hand is strong enough, so you're like, I don't need to draw immediately anytime soon, so I'll just keep putting them down. And then by the time you get there, I like that.
Okay, I'll work that in. So.
Well, we could try that. We could try that now.
Yeah, I was gonna say so we'll implement it for the next round, I guess.
Yeah,
that's fine.
So
but yeah, I guess we should play this one out, see how it goes. But yeah.
So then it's so highest coin value, first pick.
Lowest to highest ranked. Lowest is first.
Lowest is first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way, like, you're incentivized to go as low as you think you can, which makes it a weird, like, balancing dynamic as opposed to just being like, I'm gonna put all my high cards out because it's a
every
point-based
person
thing.
gets screwed every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the idea is to create tension because that forces you to make decisions.
Yes.
And if it was highest, like you could absolutely shut somebody out that way.
Wait, because if it's highest, like
Right.
someone who started with nothing but low cards is just getting constantly fucked and they cannot catch up.
Right. So it creates that level of balance.
Yeah. It's what you would call like a negative feedback loop.
Yeah.
So like the better you do, the more the game kind of restricts you so that everyone is kept on a plane. It's like playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, the person who's in first isn't actually in first because there's a blue shell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or they have to have such an amazing lead that it does not matter.
Yeah.
So we're all back up to 3, I think.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna do the flip. We're gonna flip
All right.
these.
Question now.
Yeah, at what point do we turn these in?
Yeah.
Anytime you want a modifier, really.
Let's.
Right, but there should be phases to
Yeah.
the turns because you're saying the round is really like continues until like someone gets a castle.
It's one minus number of players. I think.
No, it's the full number of players because we all need a card at the end.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So also then, I'm gonna say the end of the turn you can choose to buy up.
Yeah, that makes sense. So before or after we flip though.
Also, Ben. Please tell me to shut up if you want. Because I don't want to just like run just across this thing.
In terms of
this is your game, right? I don't want
players -1.
Because then
It
the
makes
minus
sense.
1 would be
Whoever,
here,
yeah,
so
whoever
it's
the
random.
yeah. So like if this is still up here, right?
I do like that actually. No,
Yeah. So he
that
takes
back
1, he takes 1, you take 1. But if one of you decided you didn't want this 3, you felt
you don't
like
want
this
any of
was-
those. You want to gamble.
Yeah, you want to take a gamble because these are low. Then it mixes it up, and you'll always refresh this to a number of players -1.
Let's make sure we don't know what that is then.
We don't know where that 9 is.
No, that's fantastic. Yeah, we don't know that it's halfway down there. That's why I like working in teams because I don't have great ideas all the time.
I've been designing card games since I was
Architecture.
10.
Oh,
I do this for a living.
do what?
This, in some form. You know.
Design.
Yeah.
Design, okay.
So.
Okay.
Okay. So also, so lowest is Ben. Ben, you will have first pick.
And you can choose this one.
Yes.
I'm gonna say.
Well, no, because we're back up to 3 already.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh no. So we play.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
play.
I
You're
want
right.
to add this in though too because I forgot. Okay, the modifiers.
Yes.
Yes.
If we modify the most recent one,
Oh.
how would that affect the draw?
So
If you.
I would say that it's your cumulative score. So it's not like if I played a 5 next, right?
Okay.
My total score is actually 13. So if you only played a 4 for argument's sake, or a 5, you know, you're at 12. So you're still lower than me, and you would still have priority in terms of pick.
See, I was thinking about it was based on what you just played.
I feel like everything you play needs to matter together. That way you actually have a long-term strategy as opposed to it being a round-to-round thing.
Yeah. Okay. And then round to round lets you play it a little too easily.
Yeah.
You kind of need to sit in the pot you've made.
Yeah.
If it makes sense.
So
Also,
it's full value then.
Yeah, it's your total value.
when you redraw, if you lose one of these,
The only way to get one back is to use a life.
okay.
I feel like that's fair because they're powerful.
They're powerful.
They're a powerful swing.
But it's a gamble because if you lose it, you're out.
I almost want to say you should start with more than 3, but let's play out.
I originally had it as 5, but I'm like you would never get down to 0.
My question is, how do you get more of these then? So let's say that like my strategy is to spend these like crazy and just gamble on that.
Well, if you spend, you can only spend up to this because if you get rid of all of them, you're out.
Well, yeah. So I get 2 of these per round, right?
Basically.
But there are only 2 castles. No, there are 2 war pipes. Sorry.
There's 2 warp pipes. There's like 5 or 6 castles.
Okay, so
In a set of 52s.
Per that deck. Okay, that's 52. That's still. This could go on for a while. I'm just saying.
You could totally have an insanely long.
I'm just saying,
run.
like I think that this amount might need to be increased to increase, the fuckery that you can do to other people. Again, I want to create anger and rage.
Well, so on that point, right? So
Dark Souls is taught me well.
The way you currently have it, these extra lives are only good for modifiers. But what if you could spend it for like an extra of either or, and then choose like to use like if I picked up this one, I would have to immediately play it, but I spent.
I think Mike's dropping out, by the way.
Oh well.
So that opens up like 90% of the other games we can play.
But so like I spend this, right? I spend it on this level. I immediately have to also play it, which gives me extra points, but it makes it less likely that I'll have priority pick for the following round.
I think it's an interesting. I think it's getting overcomplicated for where we are right now.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
It's just I personally I want to do Ben's rules respect. Like I don't want to change them too much like the first.
But I like this. I like this variation of thing because then it matters.
Yeah.
And the flip matters. That's where I was running into problems this afternoon.
Yeah.
Developers like the flip didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But now it does.
Yeah.
I think that fills a nice.
Well,
gap.
this is also very Boss Monsters-esque, right? You have things coming to town. In this case, in the form of you could add this to your level.
Yeah.
And
I'm totally ripping off Boss Monster. That's all it says.
Hey
That's all
man,
it says.
it's that's how you gain inspiration. It's like a
I mean, it's obviously not a 1-for-1.
Good artist. Was it good artist copy, great artist steal? I think it was the line. So, all right.
the best artist's murder, but we don't see that part. Okay.
Okay. So
You're a camera.
I don't care.
We're doing a.
They know I'm joking. Whoever they is.
So we're doing a face down.
Yeah, we're doing a face down.
Okay. So build up.
Go ahead and reveal.
2. So I might be the
Yeah,
lowest.
you are definitely the lowest by 2 points.
Okay. And I actually want to take a top.
That's fine.
I want to take a top 2, but there are no reasonable candidates here.
So are you the next one down though?
Now he's at 17. So are we gonna do? That's another good question though. Are
No,
we?
I think we should do it in order of.
We're gonna do it in order of like
Yeah.
lowest to highest.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
So you're at 11. So I guess that would be you. So you could take one of those at the top.
So, in your rules, what are we getting for trying to get coin value?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coin value is points.
You want more coin values, but lower coin values will allow you to pick supposedly better cards.
Potentially better cards.
And the goal is to eventually to get a castle after at least 3 that you can end the round.
And the castles are in here.
They might eventually appear out here, but currently,
could
as far
be
as we
in
all
here,
know,
could be here, could be in your hand. You don't
Yeah.
know.
So what did you do to your thumb?
Oh, this. Did I not tell you this
Hold on.
story?
Sorry, you can't draw because Ben already did. You have to pick one of these 3.
No.
no.
Oh, we can?
Yeah,
I feel like it's
absolutely.
fine. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
go for it then. Sure.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of like Ticket to Ride. Missing
I-
deck.
yeah.
That's-
I sort of saw it as like this was the 4th card in a set that you were allowed to draw from.
Yeah, no.
But
These are just like suggestions, more or less.
Yeah. This
okay,
is
sure.
yeah,
Let's see how it goes. Yeah.
This is known value. This is I don't like the known values. I'm a gamble.
This could be a 2. You know, like you use 3, 4, 5. This could be totally be a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it. That's fine.
And you're at 17. I'm at 13.
Of
So
course, I had a 2 here. I don't know how many there are.
I didn't bring it on. I got Ticket to Ride for Christmas.
nice. I have
I've got it
Ticket
in
to
there.
Ride and I have Ticket to Ride.
It's great. It's so
It
great.
is good. The board is huge.
Pissed you off.
It would
last
probably
time we
barely
played.
fit on this table
Wait, what?
currently.
Take the ride.
Yeah, that's what we
Last
had
time
a
we
problem.
Only because it came down to the very last move. I needed actually one more card, and I would have won.
Okay, so do you want to hear the thumb story? Since I guess you have.
What'd you do?
This? Did you not hear this?
No.
I heard the part where you almost cut your thumb off. If that's the same story, but I don't think it is because that looks new.
Off implies this way.
Whatever. You could cut half of it off, I suppose.
Okay, so I'll tell the story. It's gonna take a couple minutes, but
So,
it's fine.
Oh,
Are we all?
well, I had one thought.
I drew
So,
a card.
Let's draw back up, and then I'll tell
Hold
the
on.
thumb story.
because I haven't drawn yet.
Okay, right.
So, but I wanted to share a thought, right? So, sitting through this and thinking about this, everyone drew from here.
Yes.
And this is only one round, so I don't think we should change anything with this. It's just an observation. But where I am, I want a castle.
Right.
If I could end the game right now.
No, you can't because you have to have at least 3.
Sure, okay, but I still want one in my hand because I'm currently winning.
Yes.
Which means none of that helps me.
Right.
Which means I am incentivized to also take from here.
Yes.
So I'm noticing immediately there is a tendency to pick from.
I understand what you're saying. So,
But if there's like an 11 or a 12 in here,
the way I
Yeah. But here's the thing. But here's the thing, though. Is like this stays here now. So if this is a bad hand, then
at the end of each go around, whatever's left here, discard pile.
that could be fine.
I mean,
I think that'd be.
That's an
A good-
easy,
a good
quick
simple
fix.
solution.
Yeah.
okay.
I think though
So
we should also play with the idea of like forcing people to pick from there. But let's call that discard. Actually,
Should
let's
we?
mix up. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, you're right. Let's see how this plays.
Yeah, because it could somebody might absolutely want a low card in order to.
All right. Well, anyway, so
First.
my
Right. Oh, so the sub story, right?
yeah.
Okay, so this is it's almost exactly a year ago. I remember it because I did it the day that I found out that I got the house.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were talking about it. Yeah.
Okay, so did you hear?
Yeah, you were.
You didn't hear the story anyway, right? Okay, so I should mention that you can't see a lot of it anymore. You can see the.
I actually meant the. So wait, I meant the black dot. Is that just paint?
That's paint.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean this. I know what happened there.
Is this
but
the one at the hospital?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so you guys know that story.
but
That's paint.
I thought this
Okay.
was another recent injury story.
I didn't know if like all of a sudden you cut your thumb and now it's becoming necrotic. I'm like Ben's not. That's
There's blue here. Come on, man.
listen,
It's
man.
paint.
Necrosis comes in all kinds of flavors. Necrosis doesn't conform to your gender ideas. I don't think necrosis has genders.
It does not. But that's
Totally
fine.
doesn't.
Whatever.
Oh, wow, this totally changes the strategy of my modifier now.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
Damn.
Is that fun?
Yeah, like because like plus and minus thing means a lot of different things. now.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Oh yeah, so we're playing.
Yeah, we're expanding our levels here,
Okay.
So play another level.
Play down 11.
and any modifiers you want to play.
That's the thing is that's exactly how I thought about this too.
Uh huh.
Like if you're gonna modify as you build,
Yeah.
like
then
absolutely put it face down.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming I could play this on anything face up or down though, right?
Probably.
Okay.
So, question: Are we revealing modifiers every round, or are we waiting until the end to reveal all modifiers?
No, you can.
I think we should wait till the end to
You
reveal
can do them whenever.
Right, you can play it whenever.
Because you can totally screw them whenever. If
So this because the modifiers matter when you count up points.
Yes.
right.
I think that they should be revealed at the same time you reveal. Like play any modifiers and cards that you have.
If you're doing it that way, but you can do it whenever you want.
No, but whenever.
Because I can totally.
No, but I'm
you
saying.
can do that, and I can still screw you. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, sure. So you can play it before or after. Is what you're saying.
I'm saying you can play it whenever you want.
Okay. I get it. No, I get that. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
And my thought to it was, it's because it is a power up block.
Mhm.
You're gonna get a power up block in Mario whenever you want. As long as it's there, you can use it.
So
Or
now
not.
this can be played on mine or anyone's.
Yours are playing on it. You can minus somebody if you want to, but to that same degree, which is why this suddenly matters. To minus somebody might give them the advantage for a first pick.
Okay.
Yeah, it changes the pick. Potentially changes the pick order.
But plussing somebody could give them more points in the long run, in which
That does.
case you might lose in the long run.
That does, yeah.
This is totally a better game than what's in the box. I want to get another
no.
sheet to write our scores down with too.
No, I like how like one change makes everything.
What was the original concept of that?
Yeah.
The,
Or
the,
does it
con-
matter?
the concept of this is a bluffing game. In that you're trying to basically get the highest point, and then the modifiers, and you can look at other people's hands and stuff like that. Which is not a bad game design, but based on what's here, it's a bad game design.
Yeah.
It's not a fully flushed out game design is really the main issue.
Which I've seen with a lot of whenever Nintendo seems to like license
License.
out stuff, it seems like everyone never puts, and I think that just might be because Nintendo is so good. Everything else seems like shit.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's a branding thing, right? So like,
Just putting your face on something.
yeah, you go out there and you're like, oh, this is a Nintendo thing. I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. Ergo, I'm going to buy it.
let's try this out, and then you don't realize that no, Nintendo are actually like world-class designers, and you love Nintendo because of that.
Yeah.
And anything they tend to license out tends to be not as good as that.
Yeah.
Very easily.
You're right, because like when we came out, my parents got it for Christmas.
When we came out, like, whoa, I didn't know.
When it came out, the closet was huge.
But I get you.
Good job.
When
I like
when the Wii
when the Wii came out.
Oh, that's what you're
We were
saying.
trying to we were trying to find games for it, and I was noticing how there's all these games, but of those games, they're not really good. And
No, yeah.
And I was talking to one of the guys at like GameStop. He's like, "Yeah, they kind of what you're saying is Nintendo just let the license out, and
That was actually a huge issue with the Wii. Is that there was
Vaporware.
there was no quality control.
No, vaporware.
That's
that
what
is that is
vaporware
what
is.
it
Yeah, just
Whatever. Sorry.
paperwork."
No, it's a well, I mean it's a gaming industry term, kind of. It's a software
It's a
term
software
mostly.
term.
I was gonna say that sounds like something I might need in my kitchen.
But it basically means it's like software developed for an environment, could be a console, a computer, or something that is put out quickly with at low cost in order to try and like sell just a ton of them based on name,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, my
So,
concept of sorry, go ahead.
Like the ET game,
Okay.
exactly like the ET
Do
Do you
game.
know? I was watching.
Yeah.
I was watching Elementary the other day. I'm going through the series Elementary, Sherlock Holmes in New
That's
York.
right. That's what it is.
And they actually use that as a plot point. They actually
The ET game.
No, well, the concept. Okay, they called it like Visionware or something like that, but and they made a game up like Nottingham Knights or whatever. But the concept was the same. I'm sitting there laughing. My father's looking at me like, "What?" I'm like, "You have no idea," because the whole concept was this Nottingham Knights game was rushed to production.
Yeah.
Was shit. And buried somewhere, okay? And the whole crime was this guy was killed because he was searching for the game so that he could sell it. And of course, Sherlock Holmes, they had this, it wound up buying something else. Here, like one of the developers found the game years earlier and was like spoofing it and leaving it still go on so it increased in value, and he would just sell a game on eBay like every 5 years just to keep so he could like live off of it. I'm just like sitting there laughing. My father's like, "Why do you like?" I'll explain later.
It's like it's gonna take 20 minutes to get you up to speed.
But it's
love
like that was totally ripped off of them.
Yeah.
I love that though.
So final note before we reveal our hands.
Sure.
My thought with the Wii was when Skyward Sword was released. It was like the last big game. To me, that was Nintendo going. This is what we wanted you people to do with this system, and you fucked it up.
Yeah.
That was my I'm like, because it utilizes everything. It utilizes stuff from the sports pack. It utilizes stuff from other like shooter type games.
Well,
And
that's the thing. Like,
and it's like
you look at
fucked
the
it
tech
up.
for like the Wii and Wii U, even like Kinect.
Mhm.
There's so much more you could have fucking done with Kinect.
But
Oh, yeah,
nobody
totally.
wants to.
no one wants to do it
Nobody cares.
because it's so much effort,
Mhm.
and you don't know how well it would actually do in terms of like the real market.
No, this is true. And the problem is it's self-reinforcing because, like, if no one wants to deal with it, nobody thinks anyone wants to deal with it. And there are probably plenty of people who legitimately don't want to deal with it. So it makes me sad because, like, I'm just active enough that I'm like, yeah, I like the fact that I could control the sword in Zelda like as much as they. Granted, it went back to buttons and I don't care anymore. Like it's not something I miss, but yeah.
Yeah. It's like part of me. It's like that was the thing
Good job.
that was the thing I wanted like my entire childhood was to be able to do like sword and shield. And now that I can, it's like I'm kind of okay going back to buttons, but at the same time it's like it feels like I don't want to though.
It's like the perfect solution you didn't realize you had till you got something else. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's like alright, buttons still work.
Uh.
Anyway, reveal levels.
That's why I did that.
Oh, nice. I decided to bump myself up a little. Looks like you did too.
I know, too.
Let's all just keep track of our own totals so we can just say it up
Yeah,
real
I'm
quick.
going to-
So
20.
22.
So there's two 22s. How do we deal with that?
Um,
Dice roll?
rock, paper, scissors.
I would assume just either clockwise or counterclockwise based on the previous person.
So
At the,
Well,
just
we're doing-
for
I have
those two.
22.
Like, just
Oh,
for
you
those
all
two.
you all have 22?
I think so.
Well, hold on. 8, 11, 20. Yeah, no, you have
You have
20.
20.
Okay.
20. Okay.
Or, no,
No.
sorry. 21. No, it is 22.
That is, yeah.
You're
Alright.
22.
Whoops. Die roll.
Let's see.
Hold on, wait. Let's see if we can resolve this just with the stuff in the box. Like, let's not. No. Seriously.
No, okay. I mean, it could be number of tokens, but we all have 3. So
Yeah. It could. Hand size doesn't really make sense because that's. Well, I mean, that's variable.
You
but...
could bid on it using your lives.
Oh. I like it. I do like that. Alright.
What? Huh?
However, we all have the same number of lives right now.
We do.
I still like it.
Once you
I
bid
did.
it,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you actually win that bid. Whatever you bid is gone.
Oh.
that
No, I think you should get it back.
You think you should get it
I
back?
think you should get it back
Because
because
we're at 3.
right. Well, yeah. Because we're three. I think in the
If we
future.
were at 5,
Yeah, no. Well, no, but also because that's kind of like the risk of bidding, right? Like you're not bid like when you bid something,
so you could bid nothing, but you could also bid a life.
I could bid like 2 lives and expect to force everyone out of this because no one else wants to bid 2 lives. It's like an intimidation thing.
Well,
and I
yeah.
could do that, and if someone else bids, well, the problem is if someone else bids 2, I'd have to bid 3, in which case I win but I lose. So that doesn't quite work. I'm thinking about a real life bid, like the people who also bid aren't required to pay up, right?
So, what are we trying to do? Is
Depends
who
who
goes
gets-
first?
but
Who gets the
yes.
first draw?
Right.
Yeah, who gets, well,
So you could just
well,
go like, I don't want
Who
to.
gets second, really, because Ben is getting first pick. But
right. So, well, we're arguing for second, but then we also need to argue for third.
wait,
No, I'm getting last pick.
No, you're
aren't you lowest?
Oh, I am lowest.
Yes, you're at
18,
20.
yeah.
Oh.
So you're first.
Your first pick.
We're
regardless.
bidding for second. I wonder if there's a way we
Okay,
can
Mike's
work this
confusing
way.
the shit out of me.
Classic Mike.
I'm wondering, like, there has to be an option.
He just
to
said like
simply-
work drama boy to have a story, and then he says I'm on my way, and I'm like, well, what does that mean?
That means he's on his way, and he also has stories to tell us. What?
Fucking-
Seriously?
So okay, so we're trying to settle the tie.
Yes.
Right.
So we have a 3-way.
I think like bidding. The problem is bidding with this few tokens doesn't work.
I still think it's worth. I mean, I know it should be in the box, but you're gonna have a dice from.
What if we bid
any
with?
game.
What if we bid with our hands?
I'd be
The,
fine.
the hands are the same though. Oh wait,
No,
a minute,
but the
wait,
hands-
wait. The total point value in your hand then determines it.
I think it gives away too much.
That gives away a lot of information. I'd rather literally bid a single card, reducing my hand down to 2 permanently.
Yeah. No. I mean, like, I think you could.
Oh, yeah.
So
The
wait.
card. So then you can bid a card, and then it's that sort of the original bluffing game that exists.
What about? Hold on. What about going back to we actually have to get rid of what we bid, and also using the point total in our hand. So if I bid, the person with the most points in their hand could theoretically win. But and since we're putting them down, we have to get rid of them, or else everyone knows what we have.
Wait.
Right? I think that makes sense. So I can bid with. Can we give this a round of try just so I can?
So are you bidding to get the highest or the lowest?
You are. So I think when you bid, you're buying a position.
So it would be high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so you
in this
go.
case, we are bidding for second, and then line.
And then bidding for third.
Then bidding for third, and whoever is in fourth is just like, well,
And
I'm in fourth. I'm not bidding with
I-
anything
I know-
for
In
it.
which case,
I
actually,
think you're all bidding together, not just the
How
1,
about-
2. So,
Wait,
so
no.
1, 2, 3.
So how about-
and
It
then,
is a collective thing.
yeah.
how about this then? We only ever pick one card though.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
put it.
absolutely.
We put that face down, and then that determines the order.
Yeah, that's
So
basically
that's
it. So
fine.
it's 1. So it's almost.
Yeah.
Now, are we aiming for lowest card for this bid, or are we aiming for highest card for this bid?
I think highest because that adds the risk.
It does.
Because it definitely makes a difference. Like, because this portion we are aiming to have as high as possible while still maintaining the lowest score in terms of like getting better positions. So we could do a reverse of that for this bidding process to resolve ties.
I need a bigger sheet of paper.
So
Need
But
another
it's literally
sheet of
all being
paper.
recorded.
yeah.
Yeah, that's helping immensely. Like my God.
So yeah.
I'm gonna spend 3 days looking.
So
at
highest
this.
bid because the highest bid creates tension between what you need to do.
Yeah,
Well,
you're,
alright.
you're willing to give up a valuable card in terms of points from your hand to secure a valuable position for the next round.
I like that. All right, so let's try that.
So you're going highest.
Yeah, we're going highest.
Right.
And we're gonna, whatever order they're in, we will resolve in that order.
But Ben goes first.
Oh yeah, Ben will obviously go first.
Because I'm the lowest, right?
Yeah.
We'll resolve this after you're gone. I think that's
Yeah.
important.
Ben, go ahead and Ben, take your card, whatever one you want.
I want the top one actually. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we will now all reveal, and like it'll be from highest to lowest.
All right. Mhm.
So you will get first pick out of the three of us. So go ahead and take your
Oh,
pick.
we'll go 1, 2.
Yeah. We're giving
So
these up.
this becomes then a discard pile.
Yeah.
Which is the first time that's ever happened. So I don't know
So there we
what the
go.
fuck to do with a discard pile.
Well, I honestly think that those are going to become a discard because so far no one's picked them yet.
right.
Like it's bizarre because otherwise this has so much. This has infinite potential according to the human brain, right?
Yeah.
And the infinite potential is way more interesting than this. So you have to force people to pick that, or else no one's gonna.
And so I'll put in end of every play, new round
I mean, yeah,
of
I know what I want.
3 pick cards.
In terms of making it interesting, I'm not suggesting that we do it for like this game that we're currently playing, but you could add in a matching mechanic where if I have 2 5s, like instead of building another 5 here, I would build it here, right? And there would be a multiplier effect on it. So now this is 10 for the cumulative times the fact that it's a 2 stack.
Yeah.
That's more math than my brain can.
I think
It's-
well, and I think that that's again it goes to like, and I think it's because you have so much like experience with all of this, so you have like a lot more.
I've been designing games since I was 10.
So exactly, but I think that's
Yeah,
still.
but walk away! Walk away!
You get out of here, boy. No, but I think that it's like what we're playing right now is so much in shift. I think like being able to judge the efficacy of that
Yeah,
versus all the other things we're doing gonna be hard. So again,
Well, yeah,
I
again,
like
I'm
the
not-
idea.
yeah.
I even like the idea of being able to match because these are themed.
Yeah.
Match those things and get bonuses.
So
that
I
would be
think
interesting.
I like
In fact,
the ideas.
I like that more than the matching based on numbers. So like, I have a chain here of Bowser's Castle
Yeah.
like pieces. So like, I would get a multiplier of some sort.
No, get out.
No. I did it too.
Maybe not a multiplier
Yes.
per se, but like, right? So initially,
Yeah.
these two are worth 13. But because I have 2 together,
We're
instead
building
of
a game.
doubling it, because that'd be
Watch the
like a
camera.
lot,
That would be that.
it would be a little ridiculous, a little overpowered. But I would get a 2-point bonus for the chain,
Makes sense. Yeah.
right? So it would be 15 for this instead because they match in theme.
And then later you could even figure like, does it matter? So does play order matter? Like you have to play them in this order, so only this chain matters. But then if I played another order, that doesn't.
Gotta catch up.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think we need to get the basics
Well, yeah, yeah.
first.
Yeah.
So-
So, okay.
I also think out loud a lot. So
no.
like,
You have to. Just
which
for
helps
fun.
for like the recording, but
there you go.
But yeah,
Because, I mean,
that could be really cool.
because it
Show
makes
me
it
later.
sound
I can't right
like,
now.
That's what I was dealing with.
for you right now,
Really?
like
Vanilla,
this would
by the
be
way.
theoretically worth 8, right? Like assuming you didn't have this, you might have wanted to pick this because for you it's worth like really it's worth 1 extra, so it's worth 6 because you're adding on to your chain.
Yeah.
Or maybe
So-
have it so like 2 is worth 1, but 3 is worth 3, and 4 is worth like 6, so on.
Which
and
could
so
fix
forth.
the fact that nobody's picked that yet.
We're turning
Yeah.
your deck
Okay,
builder.
so I actually think maybe next
When in
round
doubt, go deck builder.
we try
Let's
that
think.
instead of
I
discarding.
came up with these rules.
Yeah.
Because just rampantly discarding
And
starts
we're
to
like-
cause
we're 2
other
rounds
issues.
in.
So yeah,
This is what happens when I
turns
show
in.
up a couple
Yeah.
hours late.
Okay.
it's okay.
You didn't
Craig's gonna
miss
be even
my
later.
first
Actually,
one.
what time is it now?
So
yeah, there's pizza in the
I-
thing if you want.
Okay.
I have a question. Since the three of us are now reduced down to 2 cards.
Yeah, we have to draw back up. Do we just
Right.
go in?
So it was this way. Okay, you guys have been talking for like 5 minutes. I'm mostly ignoring you because
That's fine.
I'm used to being ignored. It's all right.
the reason I feel at this point like we're adding rules every turn.
Yeah.
We are.
We
which
need
is
to
getting
stop.
confusing.
We need to stop doing this.
Yeah. No.
So
You're
let's
absolutely
let's
right.
play with what we've got
Okay.
and see what happens.
Right.
That's fine, but you said we do need to drop back up. So
Right.
we went this way. Do we want
So-
to go the reverse, or do
No,
we
no.
want to keep going this way?
We did whatever's like highest to lowest, which is what we kind of decided was
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
work. So are you up to 3?
I know. I'm
He is
So,
two.
so
I'm
you can
also
draw.
two.
So you've got these 3 and this one to choose from. The discard pile is just the discard pile.
Okay, so then I'll take.
I think it'd be fun
this
to
one.
search through the
So
discard pile. At
I'm
some
gonna
point.
drop. I'm also gonna pay a token to
Oh.
get one of these back.
All right, paying a life.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're 3. You're 3. I'm 3. So we got to build phase again.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man, I just realized reorganizing your cards is a bad idea. Cause the backs are different, so you're like, people know, maybe. Oh, now I need to think about whether other people have
Okay.
shit.
I'm setting this up like Boss Monster.
I'm sitting here. I'm so confused.
Yeah, no, it's total. Yeah, so go take
Be
All right,
everything.
I have
ignore
this whole
these notes
and the whole thing we've been
these
discussing,
notes,
like
'cause
developing in my
so
head.
ignore
like,
all the chicken
why
scratch.
Order
Well,
rule list
it's
and like
one
how it
through
should work.
4.
No.
and then
I'm kind of doing the same thing, although I'm like taking
Those
it step by
that's what I
step.
started with. is that-
Mostly, I'm identifying
Through
with
four,
issues that I see.
step
and
if you can read any of
so,
my
yeah.
handwriting.
I can read my handwriting. I think I can read yours.
Listen, man.
Okay, so we're levels down. Oh man, you're putting more modifiers on. Shit.
Listen, man. It's part of my strategy.
Okay, so we're ready.
I have a strategy.
Do that. Oh, you're modifying as
All right,
well.
go ahead and flip.
Flip.
See if this-
-2. Okay. +2.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
So,
Why are you? Oh, okay. All right. No,
to get a pick, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
I was like, because I'm like, why the fuck would you? Oh, no, yeah, that does make sense.
so
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm at 29.
Oh,
shit. Now leave this.
hold on.
30.
Yeah.
This is 22. This is 34.
What?
So I'm glad I'm not the only slow one.
I am. Well, plus I.
Yeah.
You're
okay.
at 24.
24.
Math is designed to be on fingers.
You're a programmer, so you're just like, yeah, that's how much you got.
I mean,
is
he
that
had
how that
22
works?
last turn, and he added 4 -2, so he's effectively
Well, whatever,
netting 2
whatever.
points.
That's what I did.
I've
Yeah.
already forgotten what
Actually,
I have.
no.
What I
I'm
have.
36. I'm sorry. I added 12 to my 22.
You added 14 to your
Yeah.
22.
20.
See, I'm still bad at math. It's a lot.
So 29.
24.
30.
36.
So it's this way. This
Well,
this
it's
spec.
him first.
Him, then me, then you.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Right.
Take your pick.
I'm gonna take one of these because.
Right.
Live or die.
So I think
Can you
you're.
replenish?
Don't feel
No.
like you have to, but
I feel
good on you.
I feel like you don't replenish at this point.
No, I wouldn't replenish until the end of the round.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we'll hold off.
It is your pick, though.
Oh, it is my pick. Okay. Shit. I don't know what the hell. I'll take the 4 actually.
again, don't feel like you have to. I want.
You want a castle at this point.
No. I want everyone to be playing as if, like, they're not trying to be balanced about what's out there. Because we've already said it. I'm trying to balance the psychology.
I'm
right?
starting to regret the 4 rounds.
At the same
though,
time.
At this point.
I feel like it should just be a single round initially. We're gonna, after like someone plays a castle and ends this, I want us to sit down and really iron out everything we've thrown out.
I mean, it could be that it could be the 4th round could be a castle.
Yeah.
You know?
But the thing, so
I think making it.
that's interesting.
We could auto castle at some point where you have so many turns to build out like your
Yeah,
thing.
like there's a cap because see, I was kind of worried that this might happen
Like 6 or
because
8.
there are only so many castles in there.
Could this last forever? You know. More or
I mean,
less.
obviously.
And
all
the thing is,
all the castles could be down at the
well,
bottom.
the thing is, if someone has a runaway, I can prevent people from playing castles because if I just keep playing high cards, nobody else wants the castle because nobody else is going to beat me.
Right.
That's
It,
so
like it should cap at a certain point.
yeah, which
Where that is, who the fuck knows?
maybe when someone gets down to a certain number of lives or something.
Um,
But no, that gives too much control to me again because
I had this idea originally of if you run out of lives, then it's over for everybody. But I don't like that.
No.
I thought just you're out of the round and that's it.
yeah.
But to be fair, like if you pay all your lives to get modifiers, then you could just screw other people over.
Well, but see, I don't like how little these modifiers are getting used right now, though.
I know.
But
Again, in progress game.
we'll figure it out after we're done here.
Totally just making
All
stuff
right,
as we
so
We're building.
yeah,
go. Right. So it was. Oh, we're building. Did we draw? Are we
Yes.
up to 3? Okay.
I think
Sorry.
we're all up to 3.
Yeah.
Like we all only played.
Right.
I'm also gonna pay 1 to get another modifier though.
Oh
God. Uh-oh. Yeah.
no, because
That thought.
Yeah.
That is why I love this variation.
fair enough. I'm gonna stay this way.
This is excellent. This is interesting.
Okay. I'll
The modifiers definitely like because obviously I haven't played this game ever, so I don't know what the modifiers are yet.
Right.
But obviously, as you learn the modifiers, like
Yeah, but the idea is that you have a goal in mind with doing that, right? And
Well,
I
yeah.
think I know what it is.
well, so here's the other thing. Similar to how we have a pool of these, I feel like there should be a pool of these.
Oh.
That's why you would choose to spend a life because you want a very specific.
Because you
power
know
up.
what you're getting. Yeah. Mhm.
You might still choose to go for the random, but like having the pools gives you agency as opposed to well here I hope I pull something.
But take a
lucky.
risk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives you more control.
I think there might be validity to taking a risk at some point, but yeah, no, I still see your point. But for now,
Right. So.
in the sense of
Oh,
let's
we're
stop changing rules.
God, we're in build. Yeah, so we gotta stop
Well, yeah,
doing
I
this.
know. Well, I think out loud. I'm gonna keep.
No.
So we're in build phase.
We are in build phase.
So you
we
flipped
need to go.
already,
I have not
apparently.
flipped.
Oh,
I'm
you have not
forward.
played.
I have not played a card yet.
Right. So you need to do
Because I'm thinking out loud.
Right.
So I will do this, and I'm gonna put a modifier on an older one.
Okay. So we're going to flip. 10.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay, so that one's interesting. That one I thought about a lot.
So I assume it just changes the value to 10. It's
Right.
not adding.
It's
10
not.
on.
It's not adding 10.
Okay.
And it's not
Alright.
times 10.
No.
It's just changing.
It's changing the
Oh, yeah,
value
because
to
everything
10.
is
Right.
here. But yeah, okay.
So this is
That
effectively-
scared me for a second. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
What does it do?
So
It changes that value to
yeah. So
changes
I'm
the
a-
point.
It
I'm
actually
practically adding
does
11.
what it says.
So I'm up to 41 points.
46.
34?
I've already lost track. 20,
I'm like, wait a minute. I have a
29, 39.
Still the last.
I don't
But
know
do we
what-
replenish this?
Oh yeah.
We will now.
Oh, God, that sucks.
So, I was definitely last. He was second last. Who was first among you?
I had 34, so I don't.
Probably me.
I think it's the same order as last turn.
So,
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
39 is where I was.
So you. Him.
Yeah. It's the same order as before. But I'm gonna pay.
No pain. The Bank of Mario's.
So I do have
Maybe
to.
you should deal all of those out at the
I
beginning.
have to pause the game for a moment.
This is what I think. Okay.
So that might be. Yeah.
Start.
Yeah, I hit start. How are we handling this?
To stop
Stop.
another player from trading levels with you. I would say that's mostly used.
That's
Are
a
we
counter
using it as
for the warp pipe.
Are we using it as a reaction to warp pipe or like?
That's how I thought of it. This reaction warp pipe.
That's fine with me. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Mhm.
But like, I just need to know how it is used in the context of the game we're making up.
Yeah. My thought of is the reaction to warp pipe.
That's fine.
So it wouldn't be.
So,
If anyone has warp pipe now,
Don't
So-
use it on me.
Forget that happened.
so if I want one of these, I pay one of these and not draw this, or do
No, you
No,
pay.
you-
You pay for these ones.
pay for these. This has nothing to do with the Mario.
Yeah, they're two separate mechanics entirely.
But I can do both at the same time.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I was asking. I can
Yeah,
draw
totally.
a card and get done with
You
it.
could do it first to see if it would change something.
Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay, paying a Mario. Whatever. Doesn't matter. You get one of them.
And nothing else matters.
And I also think once we kind of determine player order, then modifiers don't affect that. Because then that would like suddenly make you last.
Yeah, well, that's why I think that modifiers should have a phase that's in line with this. Like you play the level cards and you play the modifiers, and then you flip them all over, and then you can't play modifiers until.
Well, that's why
It's not pride and joy.
I really feel like there should be two different ways one can play a modifier, right? So
Two
we have a build
elements
and reveal
and
phase,
surprisingly
which
enough,
determines the player
A
order.
lot of rum.
After that, there is a modifier phase, and you could play
It was just a bottle of
face-up
Bacardí
modifiers
Superior.
on anybody. And you can
And
choose
after
to
the
play
infusion, it was like
face-down
85
modifiers
grams
on yourself
of
that
what
you
it
won't
was.
reveal until final scoring.
Bacardi gets hard.
Okay.
It does.
So should we
Like,
have
I'm sitting
an
here.
initial reveal and then a modifier and then a score?
Bacardi. Do you want more?
So the
Because
way-
I think that like
I wanna
if
hear
you
tonight, yes.
score it and then play
I want to give
modifiers,
you the thing I made.
you're
for you,
taking
the
away
cucumber
the
juice
efficacy
and-
of the
Yeah, you
modifier.
mentioned
That's
that.
true. Yeah. So
Which is why I still
Or
think you
three-quarter,
should play them all at
whatever
the same time. Like you play them on other people or you
Wait,
play
yeah,
them on
yeah.
yourself
But I
and then
think-
you reveal.
I feel
I
like you
sliced
should
it
be
down
able to
the center,
have
so
a
it
hidden
actually-
modifier that you
But it
choose
was an
only
idea
on
of two
yourself,
beans and a mason
not to
jar.
reveal until the final
With-
scoring,
with
where like someone has
Bacardi.
played a castle.
Really good.
And the gold.
Oh, the final
Yeah, the
fight.
final scoring, where it's like, I have a hidden
Gold
thing here,
straight
you don't know
from
how
the
strong it is, so you don't know if you want to
I wish I
castle
had
yet.
4 beans.
But I know what it is, so like I always know my actual score.
I wouldn't
But
do
it's a
it.
hidden
Story's so
information thing, it's a bluff thing.
I
It's
would.
strong because of the rum is strong.
Well, no, I mean like.
But you can
vanilla.
only
get-
bluff
I
on
get-
your own.
I personally
I
actually
don't.
kind of
I
want
do.
vanilla
I
in that.
do like it.
That's
I think that
weird,
like you don't
getting
want to
to
go.
the end
You
of
still
that,
don't
just
want to go
like,
that complicated
There's
yet.
there's so much.
I hate
vanilla.
hate that I keep saying that. I'm sorry.
No,
I really
it's
am.
fair.
I'm not big on.
A lot of the games I
sorry.
play
Yeah.
have really complicated rules, which
Yeah.
is what I like about them because it creates a high skill cap.
But I think like something like Mario is kind of lends itself to something a little simpler. I think like that could be those could be excellent like add-on rules. Like hey,
Well,
you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
make this like
Here's
way crazy.
an advanced mode
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
So
And
you've seen
I
those-
even wouldn't mind playing like that.
Yeah.
But I think that
management position for Jeff.
because
I
also I
might be
think like
Jeff.
whenever you're
Nice.
designing
So
anything,
that
simplicity
Hey, extra
before
money.
everything.
That's
because of
That's
tonight,
fair.
It's
actually.
simple
Wow.
to say
Wait, we're
play modifiers and everything all at the same time and count it all up in one go.
We are currently experiencing a lot of scope
This dude
creep
got
in
trained.
terms of
Oh.
software, like development terms,
Messaged me,
where it's
Jeff,
like
like stuff.
we have a core game and we're
And I
like,
was like,
what
no,
about this
yeah,
feature?
These things,
Like,
and it's all really exciting. It's all
Matt
really cool.
just
Yeah,
bought you a battery for
and
your
you kind of
car.
like, well, what can we afford?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And the
I was
price
like, Matt
is.
just bought you a battery for your car.
Yeah.
So, I was like, how are you
Anyway,
gonna?
I'm glad we're recording this
You
because
know.
I do like all the stuff you're saying.
Well, thank you.
Oh, don't talk to me like
Alright,
that. I'm sitting
so
there
we
and
are
I'm
the same
ready to
order
come
as
out
last
and
turn
so
in terms of
my
drawing. Have you
class.
drawn your
He
third?
drew.
I called.
Yeah, that's your cards.
Okay, Ben, have you
yeah,
drawn?
he threatened to come at me
Ben.
with brass knuckles yesterday.
Have you drawn your
Whoa!
third, please?
I have not drawn my card face. I'm sorry.
Work drama.
Yeah, no, totally.
Man, my work drama doesn't involve brass knuckles.
Apparently does tonight.
Oh shit!
When you say brass knuckles, is that a euphemism?
By the way, you're being recorded. I should just say.
Yeah, that's, I asked about 30 seconds.
Okay. All right. Good.
I'm like, this is probably gonna go on the channel. It's some ridiculously long thing.
It's Jeff's business. It's a
Please
front
do.
end.
You should have told me that. I wouldn't have fucked with the hem of my fucking hoodie like I was jacking my dick.
Seriously, the people that are gonna watch this are maybe 15 people.
Watch what
Me.
you say. What? I was like the bottom feeders. Like whoa, okay.
The 15
No.
people that watch everything I make, regardless of whatever kind of bullshit that it is.
Hi, Ben's mom.
I think my mom has maybe
Ouch.
seen half of a percent of everything I've uploaded. So
Sounds like I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna go there.
So nothing?
probably one thing.
I was gonna say he's got a couple hundred videos. at this
She
point.
saw the first few minutes
Maybe
of the first
total
video that
videos?
Ben ever made. He's like, this is way too much cursing. Ben. I'm sorry.
Subscribers
Ben,
weren't-
there's way too much
weren't-
booze in these videos.
And the titties just have to stop. I'm sorry.
YouTube's gonna be like, we're blocking your video because of the adult content in this.
Oh, probably.
Your child channel's demonetized now.
It is not only language, it is not only content, it is the booze. And that's what did it.
I mean,
You managed to score in a category we don't even have, but we have to ban it.
They couldn't show
Can you
like,
even upload this? This is Nintendo stuff. Nintendo is like, oh shit, cameras.
I can't even be here right now.
I think there is actually this weird stipulation where if more than one like big company claims
Yes,
claims
The Jim
revenue,
Sterling thing.
Yes!
It started
more than one
Copyright
company
deadlock.
claims revenue, it deadlocks it, and it gets released regardless.
It's great. Oh my god, he ends every single one of his Nintendo
With that
videos
song.
with that
It's
fucking
so
song.
great.
I forget what song, but yeah,
I have no idea what we were talking about.
It's
anyway.
alright.
I know the context.
It's just a YouTuber that started the copyright
So
deadlock.
I'm picking a
Yeah.
level. Is that what I'm doing right now? Okay.
yes.
I'm gonna pick from the top. Okay. Oh god, I didn't know that was. Okay, fine.
You didn't know that was a thing?
All right.
Alright, I will take this one.
Oh man, this is interesting.
We're gonna have to get together like a week from now, just so I can remember what all this shit was.
That's fine.
I thought that's why you were putting on video.
Well, that is, but to go through this,
I didn't
it's gonna
think this
take
was
me like
more
3
like-
weeks.
I didn't think this was more going on online. It was more, we're going to be so drunk we
Okay.
can't remember the rules.
It's that too.
This
Okay.
is
Joke's on you guys.
This
I
is
don't drink. I
interesting.
have an eidetic memory.
Okay.
given
What'd you say?
the rest
I don't
of the
drink, but
notes
I have
on
an
this
eidetic
card.
memory.
You do? Wow.
I
Okay,
do, and my memory's
so-
awful.
I don't know. Oh, so the rest of the notes you must have what I think you have.
Mm-hmm.
So
We're gonna resolve this because I wouldn't
Right.
normally,
The
but
re-
for testing purposes,
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure
yeah,
this
okay.
out.
So the rest of the notes don't mean a thing.
Oh, I think they should.
The
No.
one.
I think they should because of what I'm thinking right now. We're gonna find out. I'll show you.
Okay.
So everyone else just
Okay.
play.
Based
So we're
on
building, and I'm gonna play a modifier, which is
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna backfire on me, but it's fine.
oh, the other thing I should mention, because of what you said. Once a castle is played, no more modifiers can be played after that point. So
Right, but no, so
face down, fine. But
that gets into. I think
so
so that gets into. All right, you know what? Play your stuff because this is becoming a little bit
so
obvious.
For the example,
Is everyone's stuff down?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
if I were to have a castle, whatever.
Right. I have a castle. All right.
Okay.
This is what I. So this is what I
So
mean.
that takes effect because it was played with it.
So this gets trampolined out and replaced with
All right.
Okay.
So
What's the card do?
so it trades your level with the top card of the deck. So I considered asking if like instead of it just being limited to this, if I could swap it with like something that's left over here as an added mechanic.
because we did this, that works.
see,
Would
but
you
the
say
thing-
that I could like get rid of that and take this?
No.
So,
Okay.
but let me say this though. This is probably the only reason I just won. I think I did,
It's a distinct possibility.
We'll see.
but it's because I had to play a castle instead of getting more points.
Right. So,
Which, if
and
you
then
do it at
That's
like,
interesting.
which yeah. So that's why I was asking.
Right.
It says draw one of these.
don't.
No,
Right.
this is my argument, right? If I have to give up my point values in order to do this, I think draw one of those cards and even follow that you cannot have blank cards played or you lose. Maybe ignore that. But because this is enough of a gamble that I think maybe I can make some of the points up.
My initial rule, and this is something I did really look ahead with.
Okay.
Is my initial rule was that because you played a castle, then you can't modify it. You can't add points to the castle. You can't add points here. That's it. Castle is done because that has to be the end of the round.
Then I think that there should be, because losing your ability to score points at the very last round is.
That's why it's a gamble, because you're basing it on what you
You're
got.
not wrong. You are not wrong.
Let just
No,
for,
no.
no. I know. We're not using
So
it.
for argument's sake, let's see what would have happened.
You would have had a -1 to apply to someone.
Okay.
Right, like look, I'm gonna look through these real quick.
Again, based
Go
on
forward.
based on rules, as the castle is played, you can no longer modify. The anything rule goes away at that point. So I can't say, oh, I'm gonna get more points because you played a castle. No, you can't
Right.
do that. Or I'm gonna screw somebody else over.
The
That's
biggest,
the point ended.
the biggest point swing in the modifiers is 4 points.
Mhm.
I don't
In
feel,
either direction.
In either direction. I don't feel like that's a huge swing, anyways. I
Well,
personally wouldn't have an issue with it.
There is another
No,
modifier,
I think, and honestly, well,
which is this one, which is reduce any card to 0, which is the Bowser card.
okay. Which means, and you know what? I think the fact I think
It's like the opposite of that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go back on
Neck.
what I said, and
What?
I think the fact that I find this contentious,
Fair
I think that that's interesting, so that's good.
The blue shell, basically.
So basically, my complaint is moved by my own observation.
Right.
Good. All right. Yeah.
So yeah, I had a castle in my hand.
Of course you did.
Ooh.
I had a 6, and I had the dude that.
Okay,
that
how long have you had the castle?
Just a turn.
Oh, bummer.
Oh, just this one. Okay.
Yeah, look, I could have played it last turn, but I was fairly certain that it wouldn't win me
See,
the
that
game.
scared the shit out of me because that does, I think, at least tie us, but I think that makes you win.
So
Would have.
18,
I don't know. I've got some decent cards in here. So does
17.
Shanna.
35, 36,
you don't know what's going on.
45.
I don't like your ability to do math in your head.
46. I have 46 tokens.
So I had 45 here, but only because I used the
wish I could
trampoline to
do
get
that.
rid of the 6 and ended up with a 1.
Which means you have one. Yeah.
I would have won had I not used the trampoline. Which is
And
why
I'm
I
a
feel like the
programmer too, that's
trampoline-
the worst part.
If there are cards left
So
up
see,
that you haven't replenished
professionally.
it,
Not
right?
professional.
I feel like the
hobbies.
trampoline should let you be like. Not
I'm
even
just
like
laughing because
this
of our
to this card,
generation.
right,
We were
'cause
always
this is what was
told the
here.
one thing
I
of
think.
like,
Maybe.
you need
Doesn't
to learn
matter.
how
It
to
was
do
a-
math.
it
You're
might have
never
been-
going to have a
I feel
calculator.
like the castle almost becomes a little bit of a
Always
lie.
have it.
And it's like, I think that
I haven't done math in
because
years.
the obvious thing
Like,
then is
aside
like,
from, like,
I have to have
calculating a
such
tip.
a point lead that I am confident
Wow,
of
just
winning.
give them a good
You
chunk
sort
of
of have
change.
to-
But that's,
Make sure
that's
they're
a
compensated.
huge damper on playing that card.
Uh-huh.
I think that like if you want to make it a gamble, there's still like there's something making this just not a good
Now
play.
it's even on the watches. It's kind of
because of like if you hadn't done that, all you had to do was not
we
play
have the
that.
smart
You had
watches and stuff
absolutely,
now.
That's like
and it's just
Yeah, I
so-
would have won by 4.
never gonna have a
yeah,
calculator.
and I knew because that's
You're
what I was
how
like.
old?
If I play this, I know that I'm not getting any points, and he wins
What
because
is it?
almost anything he puts down
He's the old guy.
is gonna beat that.
Yeah,
right?
You do not look that.
I don't.
I'm not 39.
I guess like I don't
I think
like
you asked
that.
me like,
Oh yeah.
Because it makes close games a bad thing. It pushes. It just
I
pushes
can't
them,
hear because
so.
he's talking.
Yeah.
That's fine. So
Sorry.
I've already. It's here. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
here's the way I see how the game should be played. Should we give it another go? Right.
It's like, I'm sorry.
So
I want to deal him in on that.
That's fine.
for sure.
So we maintain this pool, right? We create a pool the same way with this, where it's number of
So I
players
told my
minus
boss
1.
today, I was like, I'm almost getting old, man. I gotta.
We could probably
Pay me
stick
more.
to 3 if you wanted to increase it to like 5, just for the
About
sake
30.
of having more options.
catching up
I'd be
there.
fine with it, just to
Yeah,
like
37.
test out where a good balance is.
Yeah, I think that these didn't get enough.
It's
play.
interesting.
They
that
really didn't.
people
He was
I couldn't deal more initially.
plus or minus a year, and
I think
they're doing
circulation.
I think the 1 is
It's
enough
like
to your initial hand, and
Yeah.
then you have to, if
Yeah.
you want more
Yeah,
variety to like mess
that
with
happens.
things.
I would rather see like
See, it's
7.
weird just seeing like that small
Well,
generation. It's
again, my
like,
initial thing
most
was
of the
5
people that
blocks.
graduated
Well,
with me,
But in terms
But
of
like 7
don't
for the
have
entire
kids.
game, and other people can still take them
Yeah.
from you.
but they're dead.
in terms of the
I mean,
scoring,
like,
my
The
school
amount
unfortunately
the
went
amount
through
of
like a
modifiers that allow people to take
the
things from you,
heroin
there's
epidemic.
like 2 in the whole deck.
kind of most of my
in terms of
graduating class.
the points though, right? We
But,
had discussed the
No, like everybody
the
that
chain
graduated
block to
before
make
me, like the past 2
lower
or 3
point
years,
value
they're all
cards
like
more
married
valuable,
and have kids and families.
So-
and it's just like,
For argument's sake,
I
I
am ready
have
for that.
this, right? This on its own was worth 8.
I got a dog.
Together
but
they
that
were
one
worth
was
13
that one was
plus
an oops.
1 for it being a chain,
That was
right? So I'm at 14. If I add on a third
didn't
one,
quite think.
it goes from
Thought we would
14
work out. We didn't.
up to 20 plus an extra 3 because we're like it'll increase
No, it's
like
not-
It adds
I can't
1 per
believe
chain.
it's like
it's not
you
just
know, I
1 per chain though,
graduated
right? So it's
college, I
1
remember,
point, 3 points,
Yeah, yeah.
that were engaged, and it like
You know,
dawned
and
on me
then
like, oh yeah, that's right, we can
6
start doing that
points,
now. We
12
be
points, so on
adults
and
and
so
get married
forth.
and stuff.
So if you can
Like,
get
what the hell
cards
career
that
to
are
worry
just
about
the
first?
same.
I think that
Yeah,
again,
it's
like,
Maybe, I mean, the point value is
You're-
not
you're-
not
you're
right, right.
But my
complicated.
parents
But
always
to
told
be
me
honest,
that. I was like,
yeah.
now
Took
I'll
the
be
point values.
fine.
But
It's like you were
creating a
right.
chain
I'm
of the
sorry.
same base should be worth extra.
Which is one of the reasons why they're saying
Okay.
That's what I'm
So-
saying.
I think I had a similar
First
idea
is lower
of like
because
maybe you're
women
only
are
allowed
putting
to
off
build certain
having
ones
kids
like after another.
actually
So-
get a career.
Or what
Get a
allows
career,
you
and
to
the
change
problem is, though,
type. Like maybe that's what the warp
Logically,
pipe does. Like,
you know,
yeah, I actually did go through a lot of this.
I think for now,
In their later 30s, the
it should
more
just
closer you
be
get to
the
40,
number that you have played.
harder time
shit
you
starts
have.
shutting
Like
down.
order shouldn't matter, but
That's the problem they
again,
have
I
in
think like
Japan
an
as
advanced
well.
version would
Everybody's
be
so
order
career
matters
focused
and stuff like that.
populations
So
actually starts like
So order in case we
dwindle
like
dramatically. Like,
the way the game works, land,
Yeah.
underground,
It's start-
water.
yeah.
Their
So
birth
like
rate
so let's
declining.
say that my hand was like
just because
this and we're
everybody's so
starting here.
career,
Yeah.
career,
All right,
career,
I have
money,
more
money.
incentive to play. Well, I'm gonna have more incentive to play. I have more incentive to play the 6 than I do the 10. because the 10 guys
or you
are
could
like-
only go
Sitting
order.
here and
That could be
like, okay.
interesting.
I think
read
that
this and I'm
removes
like,
choice.
It removes a lot of choice, and you
I
want to
don't know.
give players choice, an interesting
Yes.
choice, really.
Yeah, so
Over my
and
head.
like this is an interesting
Okay.
choice because it gives me.
So I don't know what we are in terms of scoring. We've already forgotten.
I was at 46.
He won.
46. No, I had 48.
You had 48?
Yeah,
39.
39.
You won.
Yeah, you won. I lost
So-
my
Okay.
point.
So my one, so I'm gonna rehash my one objection to this is that because we're designing the game to be point value like close the entire way, that pushes the use of this card down the road so much it makes people not want to play it. If you're gonna give up the ability to earn
But at the
points,
same time, you could have just an insane cat.
but you have to have that to make this make sense. I don't.
You could have 3 and then play it and then force everybody like.
Or
When we
or you
played,
can have a game that's so close nobody ever wants to play this and it goes on forever.
Right. Well,
You want an incentive to play
you
this.
remember when we played 21 the last time?
This isn't the same thing.
Or,
though.
or,
No,
or
yeah. I'm sitting.
or 31, whatever it was.
I'm holding this here because
As I haven't played the game, I kind of have to agree to his point. Because I'm sitting there, it's like you either have a high point and you play the card, or you just don't play the card.
yeah.
And you just hold it forever.
But like, if you had the chance
Well,
to
that was-
gain some extra points on like an RNG kind of
That was my
factor.
idea with having multiple rounds in a single game originally.
Well, yeah, and that's fine. I don't have an issue with there being multiple rounds.
Because you could have a short round and a long round, and it's all based on your total score at the end.
Personally, I actually think that this one round lasted long enough that multiple rounds almost starts to like.
Right.
Like you can play multiple rounds like that can be an add-on.
That's why I
But I still think
needed
that.
the play test.
Well,
Well, yeah,
there
I
you
mean,
go.
that's what we're
But-
doing is playtesting.
I know, but
I'm gonna shuffle it in.
I still want to have a conversation about this.
I know, you can still have a conversation without me.
I think that like, but I still
Shuffle a few
think that
for me.
that ending doesn't have like
Don't gain
there's
into
too
the
much there's
person
too much against it that I
Oh,
think you
sorry.
need to balance it out with something like. And the problem is if you allow someone to play 2 cards in a round, people know what you just played.
Yeah.
So you can't do that, and you
Then you should scooch over. So
can
we're not
barely
fighting.
use modifiers.
Come on, we've been dating for years.
So I'm trying to figure out like what's a good enough
No sex
balance
after toast.
to
No blowjobs after
That's
toast.
right, yeah, right.
Sex is
No,
okay.
no one can suck my cock after toast.
what?
Sorry.
We derailed the conversation pretty
That's
well on that one.
okay. Toast? No one can suck my cock after toast.
I still say that at Giant Eagle.
That and cook it and cover it in cheese. And what's the other one?
Yeah.
Chocolate milk, maybe.
So
Chocolate milk.
the short story of tonight has been an employee I trained texted me, started threatening to fight me. I got him fired and then potentially got offered the Northern Regional Management position.
Nice.
So,
I was
so,
like, okay.
so by coming here and drinking, you have got.
I have gotten a promotion. I was on the phone. I even told Matt. I was like, Matt, like he's like, can you send me this message? Like, I'm on my way to go get it. You're gonna have to wait till the morning. He's like, okay.
So why did he want to fight you?
Because basically this dude's been broke. And like he called my
Part
boss,
of the
he's like,
course.
my battery's dead, I can't get to work. So he bought him a new battery for his car. I don't have gas. We gave him gas money. And then he calls me today trying to buy some stuff. And it's just like, no, dude, like you don't have money. Like you owe my employees money. You owe my boss money. Don't you tell me what
Why is the
you
rum
don't
wrong?
know what. I'll kick your ass. I'll come down there and fight you. You're a little fucking twig. Blah blah. I have 40 messages from this guy.
Okay, that constitutes
Yeah,
a lot.
he just went off for like an hour So I called the guy he works with, and I was like, "Can I get this dude fired? Do you care? Like, I'll cover shifts for you if you need me to. Like, I'm tired of this."
Okay.
And
I don't,
he's
know
just
how
like,
we're,
"Yeah."
I don't know how we're implementing this mechanic yet.
So it's
Which
been an
one?
interesting night.
The new this thing.
It's the same way as before. You're paying a thing
But,
that's
but,
equal.
but they're out. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the same whole mechanic
Yeah.
that we used for the other one.
Are we-
take 3 tokens?
Do we want to lay down the rules for testing this time?
It's sort of building off what we had. Okay. Before we get started, I'm going to make another round of drinks and pause this. So let me know what you guys want, and we'll get there.
That's fine.
So
That's a good point.
In terms of the chains, right?
Okay.
If you have a chain that is too long, each thing in that chain is worth 1 extra point, right? And that's how it doesn't matter how long it is. This could be like 5 long. Each
So,
of them in that chain are
Like,
worth 1 extra.
if that chain of 2 was 8, it would be 10.
Yeah. So this is currently worth 10, but if you had another 2 like this, you had an identical one here.
So if you have a chain of 3, it's
Okay.
worth 3 points. If
Yeah.
you have a chain of 5, it's worth 5
So
extra
the
points.
chain
Adds +1.
is so like this counts as 2.
Yes, this
Because you
on
have
its own
two.
counts
Bonus
as 2.
two.
And then if you have 3 cards, it would count as like 3.
Yeah, so on and
it's
so forth.
+1 for
So
every
it's-
card.
yeah,
You're matching.
But it's only like you have to have a chain of at least 2. Like obviously, a card on its own is not a chain. It does not get a bonus 1.
Now,
I like
I'm tempted to say that there are, from what it looks like, 5 different backgrounds in this game.
it's
There are mushrooms,
Above ground?
trees,
what's it?
water, Bowser's Castle, regular.
There's at least 5, maybe 6.
I
So-
my
I was gonna
my
say-
my contention is, should we treat mushrooms and trees differently?
don't
I think yes.
I think
yes.
I think it's
So-
above. I feel like it's above ground, below ground because there's going to be blocks.
No.
No, that makes it way too easy to chain.
What if there's... So these are level cards.
Here, well,
Yeah, these are
so
all
so
levels.
yeah no.
So
Maybe we
let-
should
let's
just
say-
Short through.
let's
like-
lay these out.
Like, let's say something like this. If you did a chain like this, where it wouldn't work, where the character
goes-
physically couldn't move
this
through.
goes-
Actually,
Yes.
yeah,
I
that's
feel like
those
that's
are
too
the-
These are
complicated.
mine.
So
Yeah.
that's my point.
You don't know what those are.
It's
I
just one of those
trust
things.
I
It's just
wouldn't
like,
know
should that be what's worth the extra points rather than the tile set?
Hold on, wait.
He's trying to figure out like if it's impossible for the character to move from one to the other.
Oh no, I'm
But I
just
think
seeing. I'm
that's-
just seeing how many of
that's
these. What
Too much.
Yeah.
Right.
what makes
'Cause
sense?
I just don't
Because-
like the idea of like a
so
certain
you have
tile set
blocks
being
which
worth
are
more.
above ground, but you also have like this which is above ground.
I feel like that makes it way too easy to chain though.
So hold on.
But there's chains of any type.
Just hold on. So, see how that balanced out though. So we have water's a good stack.
Here's
Underground's
here,
good
here's 2 more air cards.
Let's just
What else is
redeal
there?
this.
That's all.
Let's-
Redeal. That's fine.
I feel like there's an even amount of all of them, at least to some degree.
These go here. This goes here.
Well, no,
Just-
but
I don't think
because
castles
mine-
seem to
I
be
would rather
building.
know that than think that. Here you go, right
So
here.
you know what?
Yeah.
I feel like these are the same.
Yeah. Those are.
Above ground, below ground, castle, and water.
Yeah, there are 4. Okay, there are 4 different types. We're
They
redealing,
seem-
so we're actually gonna steal your cards.
About relatively
Just
even.
throw everything back together. We'll have to redeal.
It looks. Like
Yeah, those piles are even.
that. That's fine. Yeah.
So there are 4.
So Bowser's Castle, underground, overground, water.
Yes.
No, so if they're
What I
all
was saying
even,
in the
then the
first
chains
place.
are just +1.
The chains are +1 to everything in the chain.
Yeah.
man. It's all right.
You understand how the chaining works?
I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
Was it from what you talked about
No,
before?
so everything in the chain is worth +1.
Okay.
It has to be at least 2 to be a chain. That's it. Chaining is super simple.
So this is 3.
This is worth an
4
extra
would be
3
4.
points. Yeah. Like this would be an extra total 4 points. This would be an extra total 5, so on and so forth. Super simple.
So 4 points on top of whatever-
Yeah, 4 points on top of whatever
They're
your
not even
whole
bluffing
thing is
game.
already worth.
Okay.
Secret Hitler.
Alright, I gotta make something for myself so I don't die. Or rather, so I do die, but in a different way.
Ben, are you being sad? Don't be sad.
We're all dying in
You're a
some
designer now. You're not allowed to be sad by anything.
I've always been a designer. What are you talking about?
No,
You're
no,
an
but
artist.
this is it.
There's a difference.
This is the mark you're going to leave on the world.
Yeah.
How to take a game that's already kind of okay and make it better?
I'm good at this, I swear.
This is what you're going to be known for, not your art career.
That's tough. That is, I have this horrible fear that I'll be known for like that, or like some story I wrote
And it's like, oh yeah, he was also an artist. So I was like,
Hey, just think of like actors like Alec Guinness, you know, Shakespearean trained. What are the names for Obi-Wan Kenobi? That's it.
You
yeah.
can see those.
To be fair, there is a lot of debate whether or not Mark Hamill is known for Luke Skywalker
Or the Joker.
Joker. And I feel like he's definitely known for the Joker.
I don't. You see, here's the thing. I've never seen that series. I just know that he was the Joker.
Yeah,
If anything, that speaks more volumes to the fact that he's known for being the Joker.
But fucking Luke Skywalker.
I get that.
I can say those 3 words, and more people know that than the Joker. And that there have been way more Jokers than.
Well, yeah.
My thing is, at this point, you say the Joker, everybody thinks Heath Ledger.
Well, yeah.
I don't
Also
know.
that
To me, the Joker is still the Jack Nicholson Joker.
Yeah.
That's not even a
Yeah.
good Joker.
It's not, but it's a Batman
No, but
Joker.
I feel like his
He's
Joker
one of the original.
blends the comic book and it blends the maniacal just enough.
Maniac.
To be the balance.
I don't know how I have an extra one of these. It's just out of here.
Okay. Well, I still have no idea what I'm doing, so.
It's all
That's
cool. No one does.
That's the part of the group.
We all don't. I don't think we all know what we're doing.
How many tokens are we getting? I think. Are we going back to 5, Ben?
No, let's stick with 3 for the time being. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we could easily determine because I feel like we have relatively solid rules. Oh, you spend tokens to
We still
I
get
think
the
they're block
danger of
cards.
losing them.
yeah. So you spend
Sure.
tokens to acquire modifiers. You already had.
There you go.
I didn't get
You
one.
didn't get one.
Well, that's where the extra one
Oh, the
went.
extra one went. You spend tokens to buy modifiers. You could buy modifiers either they're in the pool and you know what they are, or you could choose to buy one that's face down. If you run out of these extra tokens, though, you effectively you're just out. Like you can't do
The
anything.
warp
So I
type-
have to keep at least one.
Yeah, you have to keep at least one. There are modifiers that apparently take away one from you.
Right.
Okay.
The warp
Then I was
pipe.
like, at that point, you should just give me 2.
The warp pipe is one of the modifiers that actually has an actual change. Is that it says you may trade with another player. This means your entire hand. So
Yeah, you're
everything
swapping
here,
hands.
You're swapping hands.
Is it just level cards, or is it your level cards
It's-
and your power ups?
It's and your power ups.
Okay.
Like if you have no power ups and they have power ups, you can totally get power ups.
Well, yeah. Wow. Okay, so we were initially
So
playing one.
your draw phase is either a face-up level card or a power-up,
Yeah.
But
Or
that's,
no.
at the end.
or
The draw phase is one of these,
Yeah.
or from the top of the deck.
okay.
We will always, at the end of each round, replenish this back up to 4. Well, really, number of players minus 1. In this case, 4.
The only way to get these is to spend lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
So the only way for power-up is lives. This is just draw.
Yeah.
But if you're out of lives, you're out of the round.
The
Should
draw
we-
order is based on who has the current lowest cumulative points. So every round,
Okay.
the draw order will likely change.
Yeah. So
So whoever's lowest gets to go first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but highest
basically,
point
okay.
value at the end of the game is what wins the game. So it's a tug
It's a
and
gamble.
pull.
That's interesting.
and you always start with a play face down.
Yes.
So I will start with a play face down.
And that's like a level card, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Modifiers can be played at any time. So during build phase, after build phase, to screw somebody else over later, but it will never change the play order.
And
What-
castles
you-
cannot be played
I
until
think-
the fourth round.
I think you should have to play them before point totals are totaled. So play them either with this card or after everyone's flipped, but before you make the totals because that determines draw order.
I agree.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah, I mean that's what we were doing.
Yeah,
That's just
you're
like
playing-
I think any time is just slightly too ambiguous.
Yeah, I mean any time with an asterisk.
Yeah.
We'll eventually break it down into actual phases of a turn, and things can be concrete.
I don't want I want there to be like little rules like what if this happens, like oh here it is.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to be in the main set.
Well, no.
I feel like that's
Well,
what
I think
confuses people.
I think I just then you just have like you have a couple of large phases for a turn, and it's like this phase you do these two things, this phase you do these.
Well, yeah,
two things.
effectively,
This phase you do those two.
it
things.
breaks down into 3 phases, right? You have the initial draw phase.
Yeah.
You actually don't determine draw order until the start of a turn.
Yeah.
Right? So a new round has begun. We determine draw order. The first round you don't draw, so you get to skip that phase. The second phase is your build phase. You will place one of your level cards and as many modifiers as you would like out there.
Very back, keep talking.
Once you guys have all placed your levels and subsequent modifiers out there, you will then reveal everything. You would calculate your points.
Well, I think that. So you reveal. That's the end of that phase.
That's the end of the build phase, yes.
All right.
So you
Next
built.
phase should be another modifier phase.
Yeah, there's a modifier phase on its own. That's all you get to do in that phase is make modifications.
And then point totals.
Wait, because point totals again, the point totals should be calculated at the start of a new round.
Yeah.
So it's,
Okay, so that you're
yeah.
seeing that as okay.
yeah. So it's what is the current standing? Okay, we now know what the draw order is. Draw your cards. Then play your cards. You cannot play modifications during your play cards phase, like your build phase, rather. Don't play your modifications. Modifications are on their own after that.
So
it's done phase.
play levels, play modifications,
Yeah.
total.
It's still got a whole 1 bar left. A whole 32 minutes.
I know, but I'm just thinking ahead.
Hey,
It's probably good because this game is
someone's
probably going to last
thinking.
longer than that.
Someone's thinking.
Yeah, so Ben, the phases are
Whoops. Where are we at? What did we miss? Let's get a little closer here.
get a little closer. Get a little closer, baby! So you have the...
I say watch when you get up. Actually, you know what? I'll put the camera in.
Ben, if you could flip that screen around, I need to make sure that my dick is visible at all.
I'm totally recording our Cards Against Humanity round later, by the
We're not
way.
doing that. We're not playing that game. Refuse to play that game.
It's on the play Super Fight. It'll be great.
Super fight better.
Yeah. I just got that game.
I have the anime deck and the location deck
I have,
and the loot crate deck.
Need to
I have
play.
an anime,
See,
TV,
that's
and another
visible.
one.
Nice. But like I was saying, Ben, so you have the check current score phase.
That's
You
the-
have the draw
Play
phase, which is based on like obviously what the current score is, which is why you need to check it beforehand. The next phase is your build phase, where you will place just your level cards out. You will then everyone will reveal their level cards. After which, if you would like to play modifiers to affect the next round of drawing, you may play your modifiers. Why do you not
Why?
like it? Explain to me what you don't like about it, because I can take criticism. I don't care.
I just feel like it's becoming overly complicated. I want to keep
It's
it as
procedural.
that. I don't like the procedural. I like the fact that it's more chaotic that way.
But chaotic is hard to.
It's hard to document in rules that you can just play whenever. You're gonna have people.
Well, no, it's
arguing
also
about
it's hard.
what
It's
they're
also
doing
hard to
things.
keep track of because, like, oh no, I can play whatever.
Exactly.
But okay, so you have. I kind
Right.
of
Well, here's the whenever thing, though, right?
So this is okay. So
I don't want my modified rule book to be a fucking.
It will be.
It's not.
For this game.
I don't
I
want my rule book to be like my drink menu.
I could fit. I could fit the rules to that entire game
that one.
on like a single sheet of paper.
Yeah. And not even like 12-point font. We're talking like normal ass. Your grandma could read this.
Yeah, like the rules are
My
super
grandma
simple.
needs glasses at 12 point. Like 16 is I don't
Fine,
know.
16 point.
It could be in 20
You give me 20
point.
point.
And like,
Okay.
it'll fit on a single page. The rules are simple.
It's addition.
Okay, we'll go with what you've got.
Okay.
Alright, well, let
So
me
we-
interrupt and ask a question. So, like, modifiers. I haven't played yet, so shut up.
Yeah, he's
Modifiers. When am I, like, what phase?
Supposedly,
after the build phase.
After the build phase, you can
They're
play
saying-
any
So I
modifier.
play a level, then I can play a modifier.
Yeah, once
Ben,
the
you
levels
asked
have been
for this. I do
revealed,
have to.
then we go to a
I do have to bring
modification
this up.
phase. If
Why
no
you
one wants
wanted
to
to
play
play
modifications, that's fine.
Okay.
We move on.
So, like, this would apply to any player?
Yeah, you can
Right.
put it on any player.
Also, this is your game. This
Well,
is
yeah,
technically feedback. If you want to get rid of all of this
I
and
mean,
make
and
something completely different,
You
that's-
play the modifiers, except for like if you like the warp pipe, you wouldn't play in a specific room. You're just playing it and discarding it. It's a one-time use thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them are you're playing on
Modifiers to
levels.
So if I play the modifier, I just place it on whoever's...
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically, well, Yeah.
My original idea was that a modifier can be played at any time. It has been deemed at the table that that's not good enough.
Well, it's
No,
not, it's not
You've
good enough.
activated my
I feel
trap
like
card.
you're-
Well, just that because they have specific effects, if you play them at any time, it complicates the point totaling.
Right.
It complicates draw orders, what it really does.
I think
that's
the
what I was
only
trying to say
thing-
before is that the anytime thing does not change that. Once we determine draw order, that stays.
Would the anytime order
But-
change if you were
Okay.
to play this only after a castle was played? You could play it at any time.
Well, so according to
Okay,
Ben, the castle
because-
makes it so you cannot play
Right.
modifications.
Okay.
So castle is the end all be all. After that, it just goes to score.
Also, about the castle, we have been discussing it. And
So-
we're open to feedback.
Well, my thing is, if somebody has a point advantage and they play castle, there should at least be some sort of counter in the deck.
I don't know because
No.
to me the castle
No?
is the end of the game.
I think honestly,
There are like 5
so Ben, going with your if we want to go with play modifiers anytime, after you play a castle, everyone can play
Well,
whatever modifiers they have.
What
to gain
if
that last
a
bit of
person,
advantage.
when they play the
I think that's
castle,
fine.
but you don't know if they played a castle because it's face down.
No,
Right,
once
but
the
you're-
castle's flipped over,
you're
you
saying-
play one last round of modifiers.
No.
Whatever you got, give it because you're trying to
here,
win.
What about this? If a castle comes out, you have a choice. You can either play a level card and add to your points, or you can play a modifier.
Oh.
Oh, so like you don't play the castle as part of your thing. You just toss the castle down.
And then
you're like,
everybody
"I'm
else
ending
gets
this."
one more turn.
Oh.
So then I could either add to my points, or I could take away from yours.
That's
Okay.
good.
That's interesting.
But like if I use a modifier, then I can't play a level.
Right.
So I got to choose. Do I want to add
So-
these points
so
to
a
All right,
castle-
all right, hold on,
or do
hold
I
on,
want to
wait,
take
wait,
away
because
some
this is
points from
because that question then is still determinant on Ben wants modifiers to be able to play at any time. I think if you're going to insist on
Well,
that,
it wouldn't
then
be
you should-
any time. It would just be when castles are
But-
played.
but I
I
mean,
could
but-
either play
but-
a level or I could play a modifier. I could only play one of the two.
Well, I need a
So-
clarification real quick. I'm
like
just gonna interject. I'm gonna be loud and obnoxious.
Go
I'm
ahead.
Italian. I'm
go,
not gonna
ahead,
be.
go for it.
So you're saying that like they spread out the castle. So are they making the castle their move, or are they stating, "I'm using a castle. We all get to still play one more thing, be it one or the other." I'm
like
asking
that
for
one.
clarification. I don't know what he's
The
saying,
castle is everybody gets one more turn.
including
Yes.
the person who's playing the castle.
Yes.
Okay.
So then the castle doesn't have to have points. It doesn't do anything. It just functions as a we're done.
And then everybody could choose to play a level or a modifier.
Okay.
So like if I'm equal on points with him, rather than like risking adding 8 points and him adding 11, I could maybe take away 2 from him. You know, or
Does that help you though? Because if he's getting to play
it
a level,
could, depending on how.
So that's why I
modifiers
that's
are
why I
only
actually want
maxing out
to
at 4
insist
unless
that
you
we
get
can
a
play
Bowser.
modifiers at any time because then we could also play modifiers as that last round.
Yeah.
If
Right.
the castle is a last round signifier, we go through the whole round, which also includes modifiers.
Yeah, I just wonder, like,
If
it
you
really
have them.
depends on the deck, like how powerful the modifiers are.
It's
It's-
plus or
they-
minus
Because
for.
at the same time, like I could take away like 2 points from a Koopa, but if everybody else, like they could take away 2 points, he could take away 2 points
Yeah,
from you,
yeah.
he could take
I
away
like
2
the
points.
idea of it being as random as you want it to be. So it's like what? So we get to the point where it's like, anybody gonna do anything? Anybody?
Your insistence,
Anybody?
But I
think
feel
your
like that's-
insistence on randomness. is
that's
very
more of a
disturbing.
Munchkin thing, and I feel like it works in Munchkin because I'm going into my own individual thing, and it's like I'm going to go fight this monster. Does anyone from the table want to fight with me? Where here
Right.
it's like we're not really like doing our own thing.
It's like who wants to go first, basically.
Kind of, but because they stack as opposed to like you played a modifier while I'm playing a modifier on top of it, so your modifier is null and void.
Are we boring you that much?
I'm just not understanding, so I'm just listening.
Okay.
I'm just curious.
I was gonna say if you want to add anything.
We'll play that one next. How about that?
Not even sure what that is.
I just have nothing to
Oh,
contribute.
it's good.
I know what that is.
So, all right.
Gotta wonder when Craig's gonna show up. I was
Okay,
gonna say, like,
so-
I don't know.
You mean I'm
Let me
the last one to
okay.
show
Let
up?
me lay
You're
out
not-
something.
For once, yeah, you're not.
Let me try. I think I understand better what Ben wants. What the hell are you snorting over, you little fuck?
I'm eating the mint.
Eat your goddamn mint. Shut the fuck up. I think I understand what Ben wants, which I actually kind of agree with. Right? You can play modifiers in any of the phases, restricting the draw order because let's just alright. So
because if you change that, then it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
exactly. So you can play modifiers.
It's the highest modifier -2.
No, -4 is the highest,
Okay.
except for Bowser, which
We'll get
drops it to
there.
0.
We'll get there.
That changes a lot. That's just all I'm asking.
I just need to finish my idea before we go into nitpickiness. All right.
Sorry.
So you play modifiers whenever you can play a card. How about that?
That's fine. We're
Because you're
effectively-
playing cards here, you're playing cards in the modifier.
We're condensing the modifier phase and the level phase into a single phase. We're gonna call it the play phase for simplicity's sake.
So you can play them before you flip. You can play them after you flip.
So that way you don't draw and go, oh, I'm going to modify you.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right. So because we need a definite point total when you total them, but otherwise free reign.
Do we have restrictions on number of modifiers you can play in a single round?
I was gonna
No,
say,
no,
what about number of modifiers you can play to a player?
No.
No.
So
We
like,
have so few of them
so
right now.
my thing is like, I could
Yeah.
give you -4, and he could give you -4, and he could give you -4 on a single turn.
Right, I think that's
That
fine.
sucks.
That sounds bad.
It's like
one, I don't think there's that many cards in the game. Two, again, all of this is still based on the fact that your modifiers are limited to
To the
lives.
tokens. Okay.
Yeah.
And again, if you're out of lives, then you can't play anymore.
Yeah, and then I guess I can
And-
see
and
like
in-
if
and in
you're
theory-
limited to the number of modifiers, then I could see it be like a play anytime.
And then the initial idea was once you're out, you get rid of your level cards, but you can
I think-
still have your modifiers.
I think that once you run out of lives, you're simply not allowed to play cards anymore.
I think
But if you play a castle and play your last life to get one last modifier, that might be interesting.
I was gonna say if you run out of lives, you can play a modifier to affect one person before you leave the match.
Well, the
but-
concept of the modifier. I hate to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Because I know you're good at it.
No, because yeah, don't worry.
The concept of the modifier. There is a way to get back in the game with no lives.
It would be the warp pipe.
It's the warp pipe plus whatever somebody had in their hand.
Yeah.
So if you warp pipe somebody with a modifier you had left to trade your hand, and then what they had was a way for you to either steal a life or gain an extra life. You could, in theory, get back in the game.
But you need to have a warp pipe in your hands.
And and that person also needs to have.
It
the
is
thing.
a very specific, distinct thing. So in the grand scheme of things, you're out of the game.
I think in the.
I bet that's Craig.
Sounds
Should we
Fuck
go
you,
to him
Craig.
and explain all the complex rules?
That's not.
I don't think they're that complex.
No, they're
I
not
think we
that
just
complex.
haven't decided on them all.
It's less the game's complicated and more we're complicated.
I'm starting to think that
Also that.
the thing that's going to be easiest for me to do when I'm reviewing this footage, one is just cut it together and throw it online and let anyone else figure it out. Two is to just review the footage backwards.
That would listen. I don't want to sound like a. And yes, I do just say all the young children please smoke weed backwards.
And if you put it up online for us to review, I will literally go on there and write out like a thesis paper on your fucking like game. So.
No, I think you should edit it down, post it, but then also post the final rules.
That would be cool. I feel like we
If
should
I
have-
know what the fuck the final rules are, but
You make them, damn it! You take this, you edit it, you make the final rules, you put the video up, you post the final rules.
and then the internet edits the rules for you.
Yeah.
Ben, if you want to have
4chan,
a group
all
chat at
racists
some
win.
point, like on Facebook or whatever, we
seriously,
could have a group chat and
no,
discuss
totally.
rules.
I will put the final like the whole cut of this online, and then honestly, the sheer thought of anybody I know that on at least my channel.
Dude, this
that's
could be
gonna
why
go
you
through
blow up right here. That would suck.
it. That would suck so bad.
Every weekend, he's like, guys, can you come back? I need that sweet YouTube money.
This video might be the reason I get a Reddit account. Okay.
Anyway.
So,
Can we?
The
Okay,
next tabletop right here.
right. So
I know.
Ben, I want to.
Okay.
To take charge of this
We
just a
will
little
reveal
bit.
eventually.
I think we need to set down the rules we're going to use for this round.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
how are we playing castles? Is the big question.
I like castles as a we're done. Everyone gets to play one more round.
Okay.
I like that better than anything.
I agree with that.
Yes, that is the one rule that any of you guys have submitted to me tonight
Oh,
that I think is
In terms
the
of that
rule.
rule
To
for
get
the castle,
to get this official.
Don't look at the camera.
Hold on.
I saw you do that.
it can't see
You
him.
can't see me. I know it.
You can just kind of point and do that.
Just
Whatever. For the record, because
My
I don't
dick's still
think this is
showing?
recording, can you shut up, please? No, I'm just kidding. No, but for the record, the last idea for castles that we had, so that Ben has this on video, is that when you played a castle, it matched the last point total that you played.
That was the alternate version.
So
of
if you played a
castle
2,
and
the castle
round.
would be worth 2.
But
But you don't get to play anything
Yeah.
after that.
But so we're using this purely as a round end.
Yeah, it would just be like, you know,
Which is
I play a 2, I play a castle, then everybody else gets 1 turn, not including the person that played the castle, and that's the end of the round.
In terms
No, I
of the
think
way we're
it-
doing it for this round, where the castle was played, indicating that this will be the last round.
And then everybody gets 1
right,
more.
I get that.
Okay.
So when does that person play the castle? Before or after the draw phase?
I think I think whenever they want to before once you put this
Well-
down, you say by the way, castle.
Is everybody's draw phase independent, or is it a...
No,
it's a
it's a
phase.
cycle.
It's we cycle through.
I still like the idea of you have to have 3 down.
I
We,
would
we're
say
sticking to that.
you would play the castle, but then would that limit the other players from drawing 1 more?
No.
Well, that's why I'm asking. So, like, if I have 3
Oh.
cards in hand, hold on, just give me a second. I have my 3 levels in hand, right? I decide that I want to end the round. Does my playing? I play with the castle to be like, this is the last round. Am I then stuck with just the 2 levels I have remaining in hand as my choices, or is it?
You get to draw.
No, I don't even want to have the option to draw at that point because that's a little bullshit. But because there could be a powerful card left out here after I drew a castle, so I don't want you to have that much power in it.
I would say the castle stops all drawing. Like, you get whatever's in your hand, you play it, and that's
Right,
it.
but I'm asking at which point in the turn
It would
do
have
you
to be
play
before the draw phase.
Okay, so before the draw starts, I have a castle in hand. I play it.
Play it, and then
No one draws anything.
it would basically be like
Hold on.
Uno.
No,
You
I
know.
think it should be directly after the draw phase. You can play it so right now. All right,
Yeah.
we all have our levels face down. I have a castle. I want this to end with my face down card and everything else, and maybe what's in my hand, castle.
See, my thing is
All
like,
right.
it's like everybody's low on cards.
Well, no.
I'm gonna play my castle, or
Yeah.
if everybody's drawing that, like, oh, I might have drew 11. Screw your castle.
I think that.
Well, that's why when you're allowed to play the castle matters.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, you're.
Am I
Hey,
as,
listen to this. I need another game.
am I as the player who plays the castle?
Sorry.
You
Limited-
asked. You
I totally did.
Again,
Am I as the player who played the castle limited to my 2 options, while everyone else still has their 3 because they're choosing not to play castles? Which I
Yeah.
think is fair because I'm choosing to end the game.
Yeah.
I should be at that slight, arguably disadvantage because I have less options.
But you also you have the advantage of seeing the end come.
I'd say you'd
Well, yeah.
either not draw or everybody doesn't draw.
Well, it's not, but that's why
It's either.
that's why I'm asking. So if I play a castle, obviously this determines that this is the last round. So
Actually, you know what? I think so. So incorporating castle back into this lineup, you play that in your face down. When you flip that over, it doesn't count
You started
as
this.
you get to play
This is
one
your
other
fault.
at the end of the
I know,
castle.
I'm regretting it a lot.
But everyone else also gets to add 1 more there.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so these
You
are
know
the
what?
rules.
Actually, the best way to figure this out is to play it and see how it works.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Let's just get there. Yeah.
And for the reference, we're not going to modify the rules every single round.
No, we're not. We
Okay.
have solid rules in place.
So we're saying
Until next round.
till next round. Okay, so we all played level.
Yeah.
Let's flip the damn level.
Okay.
4.
11.
1.
Bingo.
6 and 8. Okay. You will have first pick.
Any of them?
Wait, hold on. Did anyone want to play modifiers?
No.
No.
I also did.
Okay.
No one?
So that I can pick from
You can
like,
pick from any of
the
these.
blind or these.
Yeah, you could.
Well,
take
I'm
one.
obviously gonna. And do I put it in my hand or
Yeah,
do I
you
have
add it to your
play
hand.
Okay.
Ben, you are the next lowest.
4. Yeah, it is Craig.
Hey,
Get the fuck out. Leave. No. Leave. I'm a commanding force.
Unbelievable!
What is this? Oh my God!
It's
You have walked in at
fixed.
exactly the wrong moment.
We have just been making up the rolls while you.
So it's actually a bluffing game that's garbage. So we're taking all their components and creating a new game of our own creation
So
from it.
to put this in perspective, I
You're
showed
also
up an
being
hour ago.
recorded.
I'm on my first turn.
We're talking about the rules.
No, we argued a lot. Don't worry
I
about
brought a couple of the games I have, like, I brought Legendary Dominion, but I don't know if we're gonna get
These games came in a duffel bag.
it. They did.
Oh my.
They in fact did.
You need to invite him over more often.
Oh my God.
Well,
So,
Bring your
not to be
collection of
more
board
listen,
games.
if you really want to be dealt in right
Well,
now,
Ben.
Is
No, you don't.
70
You do
games.
not want to be dealt in right now.
I'm okay with that.
so absorb,
okay with
so
this.
sit, absorb, and become.
I just came from Edge. We had pizza tonight.
Oh,
This pizza,
Oh, good.
this pizza there was
Thanks for reminding me, by the way.
No, go ahead. I really don't want any more pizza
I
tonight.
ate nothing tonight.
As of
Today.
now.
Have some vodka instead.
That sounds like a better idea.
this came from Edge. Have
Is this the
vodka.
potato vodka again?
No, this is regular shitty bottom shelf wheat vodka.
God.
This is regular shitty vodka. Here you go.
You're
He
welcome.
just came from Edge and you're giving him shitty vodka.
Duh.
That's awful.
No, you should.
It's not.
That's awful. Thank you.
You weren't supposed to down it. What's the matter with you?
I gotta catch up to everyone, don't I?
Yeah, that's true.
Don't worry, I'm working on it still.
You keep taking the Jesus.
Shit. Sorry.
Leave the tablecloth.
We need to get
What
rid of the
happened to the
tablecloth.
vanilla vodka?
This
Don't
is
worry
what's
about
gonna
it for
make
now.
him YouTube famous, right here.
Here, I'm just gonna give you this whole thing right now.
Is this what?
It's my infusion
Oh
from last year.
From last year.
Ben, have you drawn your new level card?
No, I haven't. Is it my turn?
It is your turn to draw a level card.
I'll take the
I
11.
think I didn't miss much.
No,
Whoa.
you missed a lot.
It's been 3 hours. We've been developing a game for 3 hours.
It is your turn.
Probably like 2.5 hours are recorded. They're probably
Fuck
going
this life.
online, so fuck it.
Apparently I'm gonna be on the internet.
Wait a minute. No, shit. Oh, well, whatever. I drew.
My turn?
Yes.
Drew.
No, wait, I want this.
Alright, cool. We want to all place.
So again, my
a
statement about needing to
level.
catch up was not false.
Yes, no, it was not.
Got it all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we play face down, right?
Yeah, we're going to place it face down.
Oh my.
Oh, wait.
What?
Refresh this first.
Oh, yeah.
Because that matters.
It does.
Totally does.
We know what we're doing.
No, I don't.
Why? It's pull.
Okay. I wanted to figure it out on my own.
It's
but-
drunk proof.
No, you're a baby boy and you need to be held. Drink your bottle.
To be fair, he is absolutely the youngest person here, so.
This is also true.
What's that they
No.
say? Men don't grow up, we just change bottles.
Yes.
We don't
110%.
We don't grow up, our dicks just get bigger. I said it.
Right.
Put it out
Alright,
there.
everyone ready?
Flipping. Alright, 11, I'm at 15.
I am at
Come on.
20.
I'm at 20.
I'm at 3.
So, I'm already lost in my own. I'm already lost in my own game. Can I modify at this point?
Yes.
It's a very fun
I'm gonna modify +2 here.
I think the plus 3 on the 11s are probably better.
How did we,
I don't know.
It's
So
also
this is worth an
Oh,
extra
shit.
2.
Oh,
Yours is
I've
worth an
already-
extra 2.
I've already-
oh, that's
about
right.
stacking.
No, I'm at 22.
Yeah.
already forgot about stacking.
You mean,
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we got 3, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 20, and 16.
I felt really confident.
gee, I wonder who goes first.
You have
Oh,
first
this isn't
pick.
good yet. Don't worry.
Wow. I feel really bad for you right now.
Do you?
For 2
You have second
reasons,
pick?
but I won't tell you what the.
Don't be doing that,
You
Ben.
want to match color?
Ben?
Yeah, so
Ben.
you're trying to match
Yeah.
the base. of the
I
stack
can't.
to get
I
your
can't.
points.
I can't right now.
Ben, don't do it, Ben.
If I can't, first
Don't do it, Ben.
highest total
Let me
points ends
know.
up winning the game, though.
Yeah, okay.
So,
You have 22, I have
yeah,
20.
the
I have
groups
next
are
pick.
So
Over-
yeah.
overground, underground, water, and Bowser's Castle.
Yeah.
We counted out what cards were in what, so.
Okay.
I feel
Does he
like
get anything for having 2 of like the overground? Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
he gets +2.
Okay, so
Yeah, so he's
Wait,
at,
he's
he's
got
at
Is that the same tile set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the more you know.
That's what I said.
Alright, I've taken mine, you may take yours.
To be fair, this was a bluffing game, which I decided sucked. And so I thought
And then
we should change it. And we
Refresh
already
that.
changed
Refresh
it
this,
into
yeah.
like
We
a
basically made a
3-page
boss
manual.
monster.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. You're developing the rules to this game.
As we go and we drink. Yes.
Yeah.
I really missed a lot.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is
I missed a lot.
I'm gonna open up Google Drive and 1, upload this video, and 2, upload the same video to him. So he can 1, review the footage and hate himself.
He's gonna come
And
back
2,
with like a
I can review
PDF
the footage
document
and hate
next time.
myself. And hopefully, in the grand scheme of things, maybe one of my like 5,000 followers can look at this and go, "Oh, I know exactly what you should do."
To make
You
the
have
game better.
5,000 followers?
It's
When did you get rich?
5,000 followers is
When did
nothing.
you barely meet the quota for YouTube?
No shit! That's the joke!
YouTube pays you after like.
No, did you see the news?
No, this is
Again, I don't know.
Unless you
One,
have
get rid of
like
it.
so
Two,
many
start to
hours
catch up.
of video
Yeah.
watch.
Now this
they
is
don't
the
pay you.
but that's
it's
like-
more than that.
It's like you get one video, it's over 1,000 like views, and you're fine.
Yeah. It's
By
like
the
you
way,
either have
what
so
is
many
in
views
that?
or so much
Doesn't
time.
matter.
It's gonna taste good.
My second channel,
Fair enough.
I can't monetize anymore. But my first.
So your first channel actually
What the
stays
fuck were you
monetized?
posting on that you can't monetize it?
Porn.
I mean, yes, obviously. That was the answer.
I don't have.
Want to hear from him?
My second channel, I think the biggest viewed video on my second channel was maybe like 200 views. And the biggest viewed video on my first channel.
Oh wait, did they demonetize it because it's too small?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest views.
That's what she said.
The most views on my first channel is a video that has like 80,000, so it balances.
Fair enough. All right.
Okay.
So
We are now in the build phase. Go ahead and determine what
Okay.
you want to build.
No, I only have one. I only have 2 level cars.
You should have drawn at some point, Ben.
Well, I'm gonna draw this one and
Ben,
that,
no.
that was
That
from
was
our
already
refresh,
out,
but
but that's fine.
whatever.
Cheater.
Fuck off.
Go consume a bang. Go consume an orange
Again, he
corn.
said he's gonna review the video to hate himself.
Right.
Well,
Go
just
ahead and reveal.
another reason to hate
When I
yourself.
say I'm
Just
gonna
kidding. He hasn't played his level yet.
God damn it, you motherfucker.
Reveal.
Now
Yeah.
do.
When I say I'm gonna review the video, it means I'm gonna put like 4 video clips together and upload them. That's
Whatever.
as much a review as I get.
I get what?
I'm gonna use my files to upload this in like
No,
10
this is
minutes.
not a chain. This is
Hey,
Bowser's Castle. This is
You're more than
underground.
welcome to bring your rig with you anytime you want to come.
Oh, okay.
And you know that.
The worst part is every
Oh.
time I'm over here, like my stuff's already downloaded. I spent 3 days getting it.
I spent like 4 minutes.
It's like, oh, I have a patch for Final Fantasy. I guess it's gonna take 4 nights.
Sweet. 26.
The new one, I'm assuming.
21.
15.
0. 26.
23.
Gee, I wonder who goes
17.
first.
17.
Wait.
This gives
Oh,
you
that's
extra
right.
points.
I get +2. I know what I'm doing. Does that mean I still go first?
Yes, you
Yeah,
will choose
okay.
first.
Just let's be clear here, jackass.
Shit up, cunt face. Oh, demonetized.
I'll put this on the second channel then.
So I'm second.
Doesn't matter.
Put that clip on it, or edit it out.
That's the highlight.
No,
right
no, no,
there.
no, no, no. Bleep that out and then say to see what this deleted content was. go
Please
to this
subscribe to YouTube Red.
And get more.
Okay,
Pretty
so
sure it's you.
also, I hate to interrupt. Go ahead, but so YouTube Red, as hilarious as this is, so it matters for some people. This is how little it matters to me. I looked at it last year, and in terms of total views of everything that I have, considering
And what's
20
your points?
shit,
Math.
26, 29.
What are you at?
God damn it! I knew this. 26. No, I do go next. Yeah.
And then Ben picks.
Okay.
I'm taking these because I'm bad at math.
I'll do this. So my story.
Also, I'm-
further.
I'm buying one of.
You know what? Oh, yeah,
Buy
you
one of
can.
these.
I'm gonna buy
You're damn right. I can
one
do
as
it.
well. Here.
Wait, what is?
Yeah, you
We
spend
have
lives
tokens that we can
on
spend a
the
life to get a
power-ups.
power up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just draw your level.
But if you're on a lodge, you're
Everyone's drawn their new levels though.
Yeah.
Apparently, unless you have a warp pipe, then you can trade it with somebody else. And if they have a thing where you could steal a life, then you can still be in the game because Ben.
I was saying something and I forgot what it was. And
That's
I wanted
okay.
to wait until we drew, and I don't know what it was now. Something about YouTube and
YouTube
YouTube
Red.
Red.
Yeah,
Red.
should be
Okay,
okay.
thank you. Red. Okay, so.
No,
so-
you're
sorry.
my boy Blue.
Sorry. After this round, we're gonna play a different game because fuck this.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
you know.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. We're
Sure, I can get into the game.
We want to play Epic Spell Wars at this point.
I do.
It's a really good
blow
game.
each other up.
Okay.
Epic Spell
So
Wars.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You play as wizards.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Now, since Ben's already talked about, I'm playing this in accordance with how I think I'm supposed to
Yeah,
play this,
okay.
which means everyone knows what I just played.
I'll play now
As you
just
go.
so we can. Yeah, okay.
Right.
So, I looked at my metrics, which I'm, in a very sad way, I do all the time.
Reveal your shit.
In a minute. Seriously.
He's got to get this out before he forgets.
Yeah, I really do.
All right.
Thank you. Already. God.
Just talk.
Carry on, my
It's a
wayward
small
son.
thing, Ben. I don't know what you like. You want him to like fucking
Don't do
sit
that.
it?
I will start singing. All right.
It's just a tall shot glass. Let's be real.
My YouTube Red revenue makes up like a quarter of a quarter of a quarter of a percent of everything I've made in terms of
Sweet.
that.
What do you have on YouTube Red?
All his YouTube
you know,
videos.
any
video.
anyone that is watching through YouTube Red is
Okay.
is
I see.
contributing with their views.
Yeah, they're
Even
like
if-
they're,
even
it's,
if
it's
you
a
don't
direct
have,
contribution
like, a
because they
YouTube
don't
Red
see
video
ads.
like exclusive.
Right.
They still okay.
Yeah,
They pay
so-
for that.
So basically, what you're saying is
YouTube.
nobody uses YouTube Red.
Yes.
Okay.
Joke's on you. I pay for YouTube Red.
Joke's on you. You pay for YouTube Red.
Boom! I actually didn't mean to pay for YouTube Red. I signed up for their the free 3-month trial.
And then you get
forgot
roped into it,
about it. I
right?
forgot about it.
It's like,
so-
it's like
I did mean to pay for YouTube Red.
Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, I have Amazon Prime as well.
I have
So,
Amazon
alright.
Prime. I just share it with all my friends.
So I take this to mean last round.
Castle, bitch.
So that just means we
No,
do
wait,
the exact same
so-
thing.
so-
No, there's a
Congratulations.
role for this.
Congratulations.
Each class will play it at our end of round, right?
Yeah.
There is, but it means
No, which
it means
means we
nothing
take-
at this point.
What?
No, it means that we play one more fucking round.
No,
Yes.
what it originally meant was
Do the roles just not matter anymore?
that we get an extra
Yes.
life depending on which one of us had a higher point value.
When did we determine that?
That was in the original rules.
Where's
Oh,
the
well,
original
fuck
roles?
the original rules.
Yeah,
we
we're
threw
not-
those out
yeah,
at the
we're not-
beginning.
At this point, I think not to change the rules again, but I think it would be worth to add your total lives to the total score at the end.
Yeah, that's fine. I feel like if you have leftover
Sure.
life tokens, they count as points.
So
I mean, but
so review your levels. So we know what
All right.
the fuck's going on.
no drawing.
22,
The two of us get to battle out.
27, 28,
Why?
29, 30.
Craig, how dare you? What's your total?
A fair bit better than everyone else here, it seems like.
First off,
Go along.
Don't you judge me.
Too late.
I'm doing better than you.
you are pulling no. I'm trying to.
I'm trying to rectify my original rules to what the fuck we've created now.
I'm trying to make it so I can win.
So, well, I mean, also that no, I am understanding this to mean play is stopped, right?
Right.
We reveal our cards. We play one last round with the cards we have, and then we determine final point.
Oh, I
value.
see what you're doing. Yeah.
That's what I.
That's what we're doing? We each get to play one more level card and we're done?
No, we each get to play one more round. So modifiers,
Because the
Wait,
fact
levels,
there's two.
buying levels or buying
you're right,
modifiers.
because the fact that there's two, I would say then at the end of our modifiers, at the end of our last round, then we compare and we can do the live thing.
Can you play multiple modifiers around?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It stacks.
So I could buy a multiple or a modifier
Oh, I don't know.
and then
now.
play two of them.
Oh, I
I'm
don't.
actually gonna go ahead and buy this.
You
Okay,
fucks.
wait. I don't know if you can
See,
buy at this point.
There's the question.
Can you buy?
Because I think all
Because
three of us
I
had
would
that same deal.
sacrifice a point.
Who gets to decide first who gets to buy that? Because just like, oh, I'm first, like,
Well, fine, okay, well that's fine. That's fine. Hold on.
I'd say castles get to go first, maybe
No.
because of.
I think you don't get to buy. It's like, I think you were saying this before.
Okay.
Like whatever is in your hand.
Okay.
Yeah, use
That's
whatever
fine.
is in your hand.
okay, yeah, no, yeah, sure,
Okay,
all right.
I agree with that.
Okay.
All right, in that case,
And then, so you can either, or no, are we doing the, you can either play a modifier
That's
or
not
a
bad.
level, or both?
Which
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
matter, so wherever.
another question.
Who goes first?
Does this count as part of your run?
The way we discussed it earlier, yeah, it counts as the one that you previously played in the chain.
Would the
see
castle
how that
count as this tile set?
No, it specifically counts as the one previously played, so
I-
it's a wild card
okay.
effectively. In
I'm
terms
just
of,
wondering,
the
like,
stacks.
since it kind of matches the tile
It
set,
100%
would it count
matches
as like
the
a plus
overground,
one? You
but,
know,
like, that gives the overground a slight advantage, and I'm
It's
like,
like-
keep it
yeah.
balanced.
what if I had a
Should I
nice
dysentery?
flush of the overground? You know,
I
and a castle at
Harry
the
is the
end.
most dangerous person.
I
in the
looked
fucking
through
West.
that, and plus my sister-in-law has that, and she said it's a really good game.
You
and
passed
No,
your
yeah,
sister
my younger
around?
brother has it.
I cannot find that video. It's
Alright.
driving me fucking crazy. I
Play your last
cannot
level.
find that
Try to
video.
do this and then
On
you.
anything?
On you. Yeah, it's
It doesn't make a difference. It must be a point modifier.
Okay.
There
Alright.
needs to
Yeah.
be a way to determine card order.
It's a point modifier. That's what
In a grand scheme
it's a
of things.
point
Because I
modifier.
had
I don't
this
know how that
thing,
works.
Well, then you have to play it on a level.
which is
Okay,
force
one
another
of them.
player to discard a
Alright.
You can't see from there.
question card.
That one.
So I think
Oh, I get it. It's
I-
just a
I
a
think-
minus blanket.
if I
Yeah, it's just
Okay,
a minus.
then didn't.
okay, so I think if I played this,
Listen,
Just-
I was gonna be malicious about it. There's no way I can be malicious with this.
which is force another player to discard a modifier card.
From your hand?
Is it hand or is it field?
I would say hand.
I feel like it's hand, which means that if I did this would cancel.
No, because I already played that.
But if it's God,
I feel like that
Oh,
was
God.
something. I feel like that would be something you would have to play before the draw.
Ben, I think you're drunk enough to start making shit up.
No, because what it could work is he could take all three of these,
Shuffle
shuffle
them,
them, and discard one.
Oh yeah, because it's random.
It's random.
And
And then he gets like place them back
Yeah,
where
but
he
then,
wants
but
them.
then you have to remember where
The-
all of these went and all this other stuff.
the
that doesn't
anytime
make sense.
There
rule
are three
is
of
coming
them
back
if
to
you-
bite me in the
Yes.
ass.
There might be 20. I don't know.
Really, Ben, the
point.
anytime rule is coming back to bite you. Paul told you the anytime rule was dumb and it wasn't going to work. I did.
And
Yeah.
me, technically.
He also
I
did.
tried to make it work though.
This card makes the anytime rule bullshit.
Yeah.
Good.
it
Okay,
does.
then we have one.
So are we
have
using it
one
like
round
an
for
instance or a
modifier.
sorcery?
I don't know fucking know.
At this moment, I realized Ben started an internet debate.
Hello, Reddit.
Reddit, please help.
Is it low enough yet?
Yes, it is.
Daddy? Thank you.
Fuck you, Reddit.
Are you that drunk that you can't even see that?
Dude, I can't see that, and I'm right next to it.
Table, I can see it.
So yes.
Are you that
internet
drunk that I think I can't see a screen? I clearly can't see.
Okay, so
Have
So
you been
no,
feeding
put this
us
back
things?
up
Yeah,
your
okay.
left butthole and just.
do that.
Butthole.
Some people have two buttholes. Don't you insult
My
me.
left butthole and my right.
All right, cool. We're gonna reveal our last levels.
This is something I need to
Yes,
study further
yes,
for
all right.
scientific
Hey,
research.
and by the way, this is why I wanted to know whether that was part of your sequence.
Last level,
totally
sure. Okay.
Rock
Whatever.
on.
20, 30.
Now here's an
4,
interesting
5,
question.
6,
For my last level,
38.
I also played a castle.
Oh God!
Does that force another round?
No. No. It shouldn't. It should not.
No, it should.
Jesus
Just go on forever.
It still could though. Think about it. If you allowed it though, it could infinitely
But you
go.
don't. But you don't draw for that last level. You would
Oh,
have to
no.
have a giant, enormous card.
I
think-
had this, so I could have fucked myself on my one. But it was like, for the lulz,
I'm
here's
going-
a castle.
I'm going to send this YouTube link to the developers of this game.
And
Oh,
they're
yeah,
gonna
by the way,
ban
this is-
you
this-
and
okay,
not sell
so-
you another product for the
It's just
rest
a
of their
minus one. You're
life.
fine.
No. That's
I got this
alright.
as a Christmas present, so fuck
All
that.
right, what's our points at?
Now
Okay.
you're definitely blacklisted.
Okay. Count up your points.
I'm gonna send this.
Love
to
you.
the-
0.
Shut up, please.
You're welcome.
Math is hard for me. I'm like this guy.
Golf. You win.
10, 20,
32. Not 32, sorry, 31.
4, 5.
I was counting cards of myself in hand.
I will count
Wait.
as soon as everyone stops talking.
I liked this trick though.
30.
Yeah.
This was. I may be overly pleased with myself.
I think I had this idea originally that you
7:38.
can't modify a castle, but whatever the fuck ever.
I think that it's a
goalpost
it's
was
a
castle.
final trick. Yeah, it's a final tricksy trick that like if you discover, you're like, oh hey, look at that, I'm a genius.
And it only really works if you happen to be the one playing the castle anyways. You take a card that was just worth nothing,
Yeah.
and you give it a point value. I feel like it's valid.
Okay, good. It's silent. I can think now.
I get 2 for this, right?
You're just
Yeah,
talking.
this is what
Stream as loud as you can.
I cannot do math as long as other people are talking. So unless anybody else wants to add up my hand faster than I can.
Hey, listen!
6, 17. Oh god, 25.
Oh, shit.
Nothing. 35. There.
How did you get from 17? Oh wait, there was an 8. Never mind.
Modifier
I
plus
did
the
the
3.
-1 at first. I did the -9. That's why.
17.
17.
We can math.
3,
We're good at this.
17, yeah, 25
We know what we're
plus
doing.
4.
Oh
just
no!
wanted
Oh
to-
fuck! You're right. Hold on. Oh, 46. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
So 29. Ben has 39 points.
I had 39 points.
Plus his 2 points for his extra lives because we threw that in at some point.
Oh sure, 48.
So I actually have 3 more points than I said. Not that it matters. I'm not doing well this round.
Not happening.
I like this game. I win twice.
You cheat.
Ben, I'll write down the rules later for you.
Thank you. I'll send you this too because
That's cool. I don't need it. But fine.
to confuse the fuck out of you anyway.
It doesn't confuse me.
It's
I
simple
follow
enough.
everything.
No, I don't need a video. I
Ben,
already have
ben
it in a
says to
PDF
confuse, and
file.
I'm like, no, this is pretty simple.
This is pretty simple.
I've been actually designing an app right now.
I feel like the
I like this though. This was good.
The shuffle
Okay,
initially
can we
wasn't
do this
that
again?
great, but like
Next time.
in advance, 1, thank you,
Okay.
and 2, fuck you.
You asked this of us. Next time, I absolutely
Honestly-
all the criticism, but this time you asked.
the only thing that I would actually change at all would be the way we're handling the purchasing of the modifiers. I feel like
Yeah.
it should be its own phase.
To that degree, I totally agree. Like that's the one thing that even in the original rules, so like I don't know how to.
I feel like there should just be a phase for it. I don't
Should
know.
I purchase on top of should I draw?
should I
Wait,
stay
so
or can I-
like, you get to draw every time.
Don't
Yeah.
hurt
anyways.
yourself, man.
But we need
It's
to like.
It's a 100-year-old chair, damn it.
Fair
It's
point.
100 years old.
In terms of
Probably
Ben,
closer to 80.
Euthanize that shit, man.
This kitchen table and chairs has been in use in like.
It's been in my family for generations.
it has.
That was the wrong voice for that reference.
Serious, that's exactly what I was gonna say though. Actually, it's like 3 generations in like 4 states. It's ridiculous.
Sweet.
And it's still together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good game, Ben. Too bad I don't know what it is yet. But good
Yeah. Fuck off, whatever.
Ben, in terms of the
No, Super Mario's different.
the modification phase, in terms of like buying,
Yeah.
game. If I can.
so how do you feel about like
The
would
back
you
of
want
the
it
chair is
to maintain
uncomfortable, yeah.
the same order
I
as
kind of don't
the draw
get
phase,
your last
or would you
thought.
want it to be the reverse of the draw phase?
Again, I'm not good at complaining. You just asked.
Because in my mind, I feel like reverse
Sure.
makes more sense.
You're
So, like,
the only sober one here. Well, maybe.
Are you?
Hey,
I have to drive back.
No.
I need to make sure I'm
Whatever.
mostly sober.
Okay, so
Mostly.
Watch it, you.
We'll have evidence.
Don't you rattle me, you two!
You have evidence of. Can you see my? Yeah, you can.
okay,
Yeah.
so
All right.
so
You can see my drinks.
it's just hand.
I'm driving home drunk!
God.
It's okay, drunk. You're not Ben yet.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, drunk, I'm Ben. Oh wait, we're gonna hate yourself tomorrow morning. Awesome.
Wow, you're all right. Huh?
Myself, I'm ouch.
So I gotta end this.
That's fine.
That's the worst part of this. So just shut up for 5 seconds.
Let's play.
He's gonna get copyrighted issue on that.
No, he's not.
They probably won't
It's
care.
Rooster Teeth.
They don't care.
They stopped using that years ago.
No, they still use it.
No, they still use it.
They don't use that version of it.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's because Ray's not with you,
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth anymore.
Right.
Achievement
Anyway.
Hunter, really.
It's okay, Rooster Teeth's trash ever since Red vs. Blue died.
Bucket.
So
It hasn't died. That's the problem.
Just push this as far as I can.
thanks, everyone.
This is being sent directly to Rooster Teeth.
Yes, please. Matt all the way.
If I want to complete the trifecta, Bernie, can I have a job? No, actually.
All we do is play video games. You gotta ask Jeff for the job.
I'm only gonna say this one more time. Everyone shut up for 5 seconds.
You gave us drinks.
One
This
with
is
us.
your fault.
Not even, he didn't give me anything.
I know, you're right.
So
Okay, that was
funny.
5 seconds.
1.
15 in theory.
10 with us.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Ben, if they're gonna do a sign off, you need to do your sign off.
I know, that's what I'm trying to do my damn sign off.
Are
but
you?
I can't.
He's really not.
Thanks! Shut up, Aaron!
It's been 15 seconds.
It has.
I counted.
Speaking of hurting
Sans.
I mean, Ben, it's not that hard to tell them to like, subscribe.
That's what I'm trying to
Follow you on
fucking
Facebook.
do!
Please
Josh,
like,
Josh
subscribe.
is suicide up for us. He can't, apparently.
Give me all your money.
Don't forget to
Like,
support
for this
Subscribe.
edition,
And watch my Twitter at TilaTequila.com.
Ben, do you have a Patreon yet? Support Ben.
I
Is that really
actually do! That's the worst part of it!
Tequila Twitter.
I
God damn.
I don't even know who that is.
promote my
It's a porn
Patreon with this bullshit!
Oh.
You.
This could be a Patreon specific video.
Do
how,
I get-
how lucky would they be?
Do I get 50
Not
cents?
really at all.
What am I paying for again?
So, if anyone watched to this point, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
If anyone watched to this point, I edited it all out.
No, that's the worst part, I didn't.
Listen.
Admits to it
Like-
before he actually did the work.
Quick, Ben, now's your chance. I'm leaving for more pizza.
Like this video if
If you like pain.
if you hate yourself.
Or that.
Subscribe for more that isn't like this, because nothing I make is like this.
He's not half that charismatic.
On Patreon, nothing of this is on Patreon, so it doesn't matter.
So you're missing out.
Subscribe if you're not already. And this has been from Cinderbox Studios, and I'm very, very sorry. See you guys. See you next time.
If he's sorry, you're not going to post it.
And if you're still watching, welcome to the after show.
And if this hasn't been edited out,
But let's
Here's
discuss
my
the game
pizza.
as a whole.
I got here like at the end of the game. What can I discuss other than you guys
Everything.
fought a lot?
anger.
I mean, that was
Anger!
funny. That was
Foods and games! Yay!
Alright, go ahead and stop that.
We need to get your like crazed